Qìgōng ceremony, Dào alchemy activation. This is about our joy of embodiment. The first rule of Qigong, in my opinion, is do what feels good in your body. So at any moment, you can lay down and take a nap. You can sit and meditate. You can go to the side and do other movements if you want. And then whoever is synchronized with us is really powerful. But everyone else is also playing an important role. Like if you're sleeping, you can lay one of these out or something, or on the couch, but you're holding the prenatal. We're going to be talking a little bit about these dimensions, all these dimensions that we're going to access. We're used to the postnatal, like everyday life, in this kind of dream. But then there's the prenatal, like the more formless, and the primordial. We'll go into all of these. My name is Wújígōng. So let's start moving our bodies. And yeah, let's get a chance to introduce everybody as well. And I have a special offering. I was going to do this before 10, but if anybody wants some special psychedelic allies, like a microdose, I have some. Yes? Okay. So as we're warming up, just I can drop little drops of. We have ganja, and my question for all of you is: are you willing for this ceremony to be as magical as possible for you?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. Well, these can help if you want. So we have our first taker. No, oh, you're not. I thought you said. Okay. I'm going to have a microdose. Sure.
Okay. So Urva is here to offer his heart and gifts, and all love donation. I think $25 is the ask. I think once you guys see what you're in for today, you might want to.
I didn't ask, but she can suggest that.
Okay. Well, I feel like I don't know.
Yeah, it came through.
Anyway, we'll leave this here. And I will support Urva in his travels to Hawaii. He's leaving next month. So this is the last chance to have this application before he leaves, at least for a while.
And do you have another mechanism?
Yes.
Do you want a microphone? Sorry, I do. My friend is coming with a sign that will have the Venmo and PayPal and stuff. This is mushrooms, magic mushrooms, or ganja extract. So here you go. I'll let you.
Is it equivalent to smoking marijuana?
Yeah, but it's not going through your lungs. So.
Oh yeah. Oh my.
You want some?
Daughter told me. Yeah.
I feel sick.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Like 2 or 3 drops. Yeah, 2 or 3 drops under your tongue. Let it sit under your tongue. Same with the mushrooms. Like just let them sit in your mouth as long as possible. Okay.
Now you know what the mushroom.
Okay. It's psilocybin. All right. So we are moving our bodies. Woo! You want to say your name?
I'm Marina.
Woo, Marina!
It smells weird. Marina. Yeah. Marina. Like that. How does it go?
Now let's go.
Thing with that. Oh my God. This welcome.
I'm unicorn.
Unicorn.
That'll open up.
John, sunshine.
That's my clown name. My clown name is Sunshine. Oh, Yin Shan.
And our musical maestro. So, all right, as you're shaking, I'm just going to say one more thing, but let's really tune into our bodies. But as you tune into your bodies, let's tune into our energy, like our subtle energy. It's kind of like, you don't know what I mean. It's like the sense of yourself beyond your body as well as in your body. And as you do that, I want to appreciate this space we're in and all the beings that have resided here. And especially this space has been spiritually empowered very profoundly. And so as you tune into this space, you might notice a strong support for what we're doing here today. And this is called shaking the tree, when we're just making noise, being little kids. We're going to cure our serious disease. Yes, adultism. We're curing it right now.
Yes. Some lights around here.
Shake, shake. Yeah.
What's Diana been telling you?
So let's, even as we've been moving our bodies
Okay, I'm warm.
and having all this outward movement, let's, even if we get more calm with the outward movement, we can notice the energetic movement. So continuing. Take some deep breaths. Let's do this grounding Qìgōng. You know, Qìgōng I translate it as experience cultivation, or when it's really a high level of practice, to translate it as incarnation cultivation. Okay, so we're molding, we're dreaming, we're lucid dreaming our incarnation. Okay, in our experience. So we're going to ground into the earth. Yeah, you got it. Exhale, rock onto your heels. Go on your tippy toes and you inhale. Riding cosmic horse. We're grounding down into the earth, into the center of the earth, and also expanding out cosmically. Feeling your feet. And how deep your sense of yourself can be connected to the earth. Now let's inhale up. Drop it down. Good, yeah. Just let ourselves, for a moment, just sway as if now we're in the water. We're in Hawaii, where I'm going to be going in waist deep in the water. Just letting it kind of float us around, but we're still on our feet connected to the earth. We're going to do something called ocean breathing, where the very slight wave lifts you up a little bit onto the balls of your feet, onto the forward part of your feet as you inhale, and then as you exhale, you rock slowly now back on your heels. Maintaining your connection with the earth all the time. Deep belly breaths to the bowl of your pelvis. Just like a baby breathes all the way into their belly. Their sides expand, their backing. There's a breathing component to our cure for adultism as well. And as you inhale, you can allow your arms to float out to the sides. As you exhale, they can come back towards each other in front of you. Deep, slow. You can be at your own pace right now. You can close your eyes if you'd like. The arm movements can start to get gradually larger. And as we're breathing into our bellies, and into the bowl, the pelvis, and even down the legs, down the feet, and also into the earth, we can tune into the center of the belly, inside the body, between the front and the back, and out or below the navel, at your center of gravity. If you're a womb person, then you have a womb right there. The center of your womb is that center that we're talking about. And if you're not a wombed person, you have an energetic spiritual womb that we're cultivating, where your womb would be. That's where we're gonna center our consciousness right now. And then as we expand out with our breath, we'll expand out our sense of ourselves in all directions from that womb, and then contract our sense of ourselves down, concentrated into that womb in the center of the belly. Up, down, left, right, front, and back, like a big pearl, or they call it a chi ball, which is just a sense of experience in the stream. Back on your heels. Inhale forward. Just relaxing, opening up. This is the primordial pulsation of the cosmos eternity. We're just dropping into that. This is yin and yang. We're going to be doing alchemy of yin and yang. And right now we're just opening up to our sense of our subtle body, our experience of yin and yang. Just surrendering, opening up to that, like giving the entire cosmos eternity a hug. And then refining it down, concentrating it into your belly. Sense of love and smiling, acceptance, unconditionally, to all that exists and all that does not exist. Embrace. See if you can just keep your heels on the ground. You're just shifting your weight. Your heels are on the ground. can notice your feet. You want to be about hip or shoulder width apart, parallel, pointing parallel. Your arms are relaxed, quite limp. And let's allow that now to get gradually smaller, and we'll just practice and play with standing for a moment, and we'll get back into this kind of pulsation, but the movements become gradually smaller, even though the energetic movements can still be quite active. And you're still sort of swaying with gentle ocean waves, forward and backward, just a slight bit. Jordan, anytime you want to have some ambient music for us,
Okay.
you're choosing it.
I'm working on it.
Great, thank you. So there's this position that we're going to be in the ceremony in the Qigong form a lot, and it's called Wújí posture. Wújí, and it can be translated as non-duality, non-polarity, to say the same thing really. And so it's just this position of same upright posture. Your tailbone might drop down slightly. Your chest is relaxed. Your arms are limp at your sides, but not straight. Like you have little bird eggs in your armpits, okay? And your hands are just sort of facing your belly, but very relaxed. Feeling your feet slightly bent knees. And see, as you are expanding your sense of yourself, see how connected you are to the center of the earth. And to the highest heavens. There's this channel, the core channel. You'll hear me say that a lot as well. It's between heaven, so to speak, the sky and the cosmos, and the center of the earth through you. You are that pillar, that bridge, that channel between transcendence and immanence, the divine and this life. You can just smile for a moment, noticing it's in our attention right now. Smiling from an inner place. Your heart, the center of your heart, behind your ribs, between your spine and your ribs, and all of your chakras or your centers, all that alive in you right now. You can smile from that deep place, like you're giving the hug still to the entire cosmos eternity from that place. Like laughing at the cosmic joke. Okay, well, we'll come back to this place a lot. So feel free to shake out your legs. We can do that anytime. Your hips, your knees, your ankle joints, just let them relax loosely. Shake out your arms. Do a little bouncing for a moment. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what I'd be in touch with. What?
How would you like? Sure, go for it.
Wait, how do you turn those ones off, baby?
What's that? It's right behind me.
Oh, really?
That's right.
That's convenient.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. Oh. We can all sigh. Perfect. So we have one more warm-up before we start to learn the lineage Qigong form that we're practicing in the heart of the ceremony. So this is going to introduce the concept of alchemy, which is combining yin and yang, okay, polarities. And so we'll go back into ocean breathing now. Just gradually let that get larger, where you inhale into the front. We're relaxing into yin and yang right now, but it's not quite alchemy yet, per se. It's just opening up the flow, that primal pulsation between these polarities. So yin and yang, like yang expanding out in all directions, embracing, and that yin of contracting in and concentrating. Notice the belly is going along with your arms, like your belly is getting larger as you inhale, and then your belly contracts. In fact, let's do something else for a second. Let's put our hands on our sides and just stand still for a moment and breathe. Inhale and see if you can feel your hands expanding. In your back too, and your sides. So that your diaphragm is going, it's pushing your organs. But that's like scientifically speaking, or anatomically speaking, that's what's happening. But it's even more useful to just think about it as your breath is actually just going down and filling up deep down into your body, into your pelvis and your legs, into the earth. It's belly breaths like a baby. We're going to go back into the prenatal. So breathing like a baby is really a bridge to that. And then right from there, we can go back into that ocean breathing for a moment more. And now keep that going, but there won't be any more rocking forward and back. Your arms will still go out nice and slow, coordinated with your breath. And let's also start to sync up together with me. You can watch me now. Soon you can close your eyes again, but this will be useful to watch me. I'll go in the middle here. So we're still standing with our feet parallel, legs slightly bent, arms very relaxed, like the bird eggs in the armpits. Exhale, the hands come together. One more time like this. Inhale, hands come apart. Okay, now exhale, hands come together, and we're going to hold the breath out. But the hands are now going to come out even as we're holding and still exhaling. Now turn. And inhale. Turn from the forearms and the shoulders. Exhale. This is called counterforce breathing. And at the pause, you just let the breath pause and then inhale. Developing a counterforce between the physical body and the energetic body. Allow your sense of yourself to expand even against your belly contraction. The chi ball, pearl expands in all directions. And contracts even as your belly expands. Now we're combining yin and yang in this way. This is a basic breath out. So if you can relax. If you forget which is physical and which is energetic, that's perfect. It's like you're squeezing out the chi ball and your hands are on the side of it, contracting it. Turn and pause between the breath. Extend that. You can go at your own pace now. Just expand your energy in all directions, wide or even in your arms. Staying centered with your consciousness even as it expands in your own belly. Your whole body can get wider, taller, contract it all in. Lower your navel. Open up. All that's meaningful, inspiring. That's continue to stand where you are with your eyes closed. Just notice how you feel. Continue to breathe deeply, but just let go of any particular intention. This way of breathing has the ability to open up. It's called yuánqì. Yuan is the neutral force or the empty force between yin and yang. It's what allows yin and yang to transform into each other. It's a portal to the prenatal and the primordial dimensions. Yin, yang, and yuan. Yuan is not talked about nearly as much, but it's everywhere with us, inside us, all the time. And that's what little babies have so much of. They're still connected to the prenatal with their consciousness. They're tripping, really. This is something I realized, babies are tripping. And you can trip too on the yuan, qi, the neutral, original experience. So we're letting go of our intention, with our breath, and just in a standing meditation right now, but we can start to connect with our larger intention for this ceremony. The real key of any ceremony is that it's a tool to manifest potential. There are two kinds of intentions that I encourage you to cultivate. There's a spiritual intention. One way to describe that is like when we're going into the prenatal and the primordial, these deeper dimensions of dreaming, of waking up to who you really are. The divine, the spiritual. You know this already, and it's just a question of remembering it always. Already, it's already the case. Spiritual intention of, you could say, transcendence, and then there's the other kind of intention, which is the immanence, manifestation. It is a dream, so it's not that important, but we do have the power of lucid dreaming. When we wake up, realize this is a dream, then we can have some will of dreaming. So any intention you have is going to be on a spectrum of both of these, or more towards one, like more towards manifestation than transcendence, or the spiritual intention, or more towards spiritual intention. But all true soul intentions have a mixture of the two, because the things you manifest, I ask you that they be in alignment with your highest spiritual calling and identity, who you really are. That helps you. The things you dream for this life help you to wake up to that. So you can just take this opportunity now to start to develop. They can be in words, and I would suggest they be in present tense words, already done, right now, here and now. And a feeling, and a vision, and sounds, and senses. And there's something I'm going to say many times, and it's flash the feeling. You're starting to get this message that we're going to transmit out to the life force with the power of this ceremony. And the words are a bridge into it, but fundamentally the life force understands the feelings, the sensations and the feelings. Welcome. So a spiritual intention, a really great way to supercharge that is to think about, to actualize in this moment the highest experience of bliss or peace that you have ever experienced or could ever imagine experiencing. To infuse our incarnation right now with that experience of spiritual bliss or transformation, opening to your true identity. You can smile with that. That's already been done. For me, it's like as wild as like I'm standing on top of a hill in a thunderstorm, and I've opened up my energetic channels so wide that I am consciously being struck by lightning to initiate me into my full potential. Channeling that through. It's just an example. Does anybody have any questions at this point or sharings they'd like to speak? This is Anna and Kaden.
Are we moving towards slowing and quieting? We're going through some exercises?
Both. There's a progression we're going to go through, but it's also about being connected with yourself, deeply inside yourself. We're going deep into the dimensions, but we're also going to go out to the vastest reaches of the cosmos, eternity, and all the cosmos eternities, as I call it. Yes?
I'm totally grounded into the earth.
Yes.
And my crown chakra is wide open.
Oh, yeah. Receptive. Thank you. Thank you. Good, I'm so glad. Okay, we can shake out our legs. You're just in time. We just did a beautiful warm up, but you're already warm. I declare it. Yeah. All right. Time check. Okay, good. Perfect.
Time check.
Yeah.
It's also coffee.
Thank you. Okay. So we are going to start to learn. We're just going to even go through just. Okay, let me explain just a tiny bit. This form is called many names Primordial Qìgōng, like experience cultivation of all the dimensions, including the primordial, or Wújígōng, which I translate as non-duality cultivation. Okay, so it's all one. Okay, we're cultivating that. Okay, so one version of what seems like duality is heaven and earth. Okay, but they're the same, and that's what we're alchemizing. Okay, it's heaven and earth. So this form is structured to have these rounds or spirals, and there's an earth spiral and then a heaven spiral. Okay, and then another earth spiral and another heaven spiral. And so we do each of those 4 times for one set, and then the whole ceremony is 2 sets in a row. Okay, one set for imminence, involution down to this prenatal life, postnatal experience of life, and then one back the spiritual direction of spiritual evolution. Okay, so that's overview, and you'll hear a little bit more about this. So don't worry about it right now, but we're going to learn the earth spiral and the heaven spiral now. So these are going to be facing a different direction at the beginning of each time. So we're calling in everything. We're calling in all the directions, all the dimensions. Okay. So I'm going to drink some water. And are there any other questions or sharings at this moment? So let's now arrange ourselves to be scattered through the. Maybe I'll be over here for right now. We're going to be facing east. Is called. I'm going to rename these directions. You'll hear about this. It's the rising direction. It's where the sun and the stars all rise. Okay, so we're in the rising direction. So we're going to go through each of the movements slowly. Just get deep into each of these movements. We're starting in the Wújí posture. This is Wújígōng. We start in the Wújí posture that we learned. So feet parallel, weight just evenly distributed on the heels and the balls of the feet. Arms relaxed. Bird eggs in the armpits. Chest dropped a little, relaxed. Head is like one of those bobbleheads. Okay, it's tall, but can let it float up here, let it bobble around like that. Those baseball bobbleheads. Oh. Good, yes. We've already got that connection between heaven and earth right now. So this is actually spiritual Tai Chi is another way to describe this form. And the first movement of the most popular Tai Chi or Tai Chi Chuan is this movement we're going to do right here. They start the same way. So we're in Wújí posture and we go into Tai Chi. Yeah, arms float up. You squat down and then you stand up again, back into Wújí posture, and the arms come down again. Good. You can inhale. I'll sometimes breathe out my mouth, and you can too, and especially it's nose breathing, or in the nose especially. Let's just we only do it once in the form, but let's just allow this to be a pulsation as well between yin and yang, and really heaven and earth. We're mixing heaven and earth. The transcendent and the immanent. The deepest spiritual dimensions and our experience in this particular life as a being supposedly with a name, etc. Mixing those. This is alchemy already. Something new that I'm integrating for the first time today with sharing with other people is some toning. And you don't have to do the toning when we're doing the ceremony, but we can do it together now. There's a different tone for every direction, and we're going to do the tone now for the rising direction. And that's A. So you can inhale. Good. In the earth cycle, we'll be turning left. So let's just do this for a moment. We're going to be swiveling and turning to all these directions, and then we're going to end up facing this direction, which is normally called south, and we're going to be calling it tropical. Okay, towards the tropics. All right. We're in the northern hemisphere, so we're turning left. We turn the other way in the southern hemisphere as the sun goes that direction. Like we're reversing the direction of the sun. Okay, good. So let's do this same Tai Chi first movement from Wuchi posture, and the tone here is Ah. Inhale. Ah. Wonderful. We're calling these directions. Like, please join us. And the life force understands these tones, these feelings as well. Everything you know about the south and summertime, this is what we're calling in here. And we'll be doing this over and over again, mixing all of these energies. So we do an earth cycle and we end up in the next direction. And then we turn again in the heaven cycle, and we're going to cover this, but we're just doing the turns right now. And I'll teach you how the feet move as well next. But, I'm sorry, now we end up in this, what's normally called west, but it's the setting direction. After a heaven cycle and then another earth cycle, okay, this is where we end up, okay? So we'll do the tone for this direction, and it's E. Okay, so here we go. Inhale. Wonderful. Okay, now let's stay here for a second. I'm going to teach you how the feet move. So put your weight onto the right. Here, I'll go in front of everybody.
And this direction symbolizes?
Yes, thank you.
West.
West, which is associated with autumn. Okay, the sun is setting here, and so it's that time of day and also time of year, and the kind of colors and smells that we, and like here it's like the sun setting over the water, so we start to move into the water, which is in the north. We'll talk about that. Okay. So no, not yet. Don't worry about it. You're doing perfect, Jordan. Okay, so we're going to do our feet now. So if you can't see my feet, we're going to shift our weight to the right foot, just over the right foot, and then swivel the left foot and then put the weight on the left foot and stand again on this direction. Yeah, that's it. Okay, and then we're gonna just do this enough times to go to the next direction that we're gonna call to. Okay, so weight on the right foot. I'll go to weight on the right foot, swivel the left, pivot it, and then back. Yeah, step. Awesome. Then one more time. Weight on the right foot, swivel, pivot, and then yeah. Good. Now we're in what's normally called north, but we're calling it polar. So the North Pole. But if you were in the southern hemisphere, it would be the South Pole. We would be facing that. Okay. It's word. Okay. Great. So the tone for this one is ooh. So here we go. Wonderful. Now let's do more of the Earth cycle. We do just one of those. So now we'll just do one with, and then we'll be silent this time. Now we just started the Earth cycle. Now we make a chi ball like this. Right arm underneath. Yes. And then just half pivot your right foot. This is a little different than I taught it to you guys before, where you can go all the way too if you want, if you're used to that, but pivot to some degree, and then the hand is like greeting this side. Okay, but to heaven, yes. And then the right comes down on top of the chi ball now, and the left is on the bottom. And then the same thing, so half or full swivel, pivot, and then this other hand is facing the earth. Yes. And we're looking up to our fingers. Good. And then they come down, and the hands are on the sides of the chi ball. Like this. Perfect. Okay, so let's do that one more time. So first we start with the right hand underneath the chi ball. And come up. And then right is on top. Good. We'll do it one more time. And so what I'm going to do for toning to help us synchronize and know where we're at, so I don't have to necessarily always run around to the front, is that there's going to be a rising tone in the scale. And this is something you can key into, Jordan. Okay, so we did this. Ooh. Okay, and then I'm going to go. Ooh. You can too if you want, yeah. And then another. Ooh, it's minor. Yeah. Ooh. Good. Okay, good. That's it. All right, now the next one is another step up. Ooh, and this is called the microcosmic orbit. Okay, so up the back, yeah, down the front. Let's just stay with that now. We don't have to tone for right now. We'll add them all together. So we're going. We only do it once in the form, but we're gonna get used to it. Okay, so sitting down a little, up. The chi, the experience, our focus, our tingles. Okay, they go up the back and down the front. This is also called embryonic breathing. These are really important energy channels that feed all the meridians. These are the deep channels, the psychic oversoul channels. And these are two very important ones, the fire channel up the back and the water channel down the front. So this is like a big water wheel, and it's not just in the body, it's not just even in the aura and the body, but it's entire cosmos just in these cycles, these turnings and foldings. Okay, we're just playing with that now. We're dreaming with that. Good. All right, now let's go back to the beginning and just build them up. Wújí posture. And then begin. Okay, good. Now we don't have the tone because I'm going to teach you the next one. We're going to go up past the heart and then embrace the earth. Embrace the moon. And then come across the heart, embrace the sun. And then come across the heart again, embrace the stars. Good. It's like a chi ball here. And then come back, the right arm and hand comes underneath the chi ball again. Yes. Wonderful. Good. Okay, so let's try that one again. How are you doing, Jordan? Good. All right. So we'll start from this point where our hands are on the sides of the chi ball. And then we come up, past the heart, embrace yin. In this case, I'll use the moon, okay? Yang, the sun. The stars, yuánqì, more deep dimension. Okay, good. Now underneath chi ball, the right arm. Good. One more time. Past the heart. Moon, it's right there. That is the moon. You are a cosmic giant. Now you're embracing the sun. Now you are bigger than the entire cosmos eternity, embracing all the stars. Good. And refine now all that into this chi ball. Wonderful. Okay, now we're going to build up from that, and I'll show you the rest, all in one shot. We're almost done learning the earth cycle, earth spiral. Wújí posture. Now, from here, stop the toning, but you're going to copulate or mix water and fire. Okay, so the right arm and hand are going to come forward, and the left arm comes past your chest and down past your belly. Okay, so does everybody see that? So from where we were, right arm underneath, the left falls down and turns, and the right slowly comes up and turns over. Yes, that's it. Okay, so let's just do that a couple times. Okay, just turning the chi ball, mixing, or I'll say copulating. Okay, fire and water. You can just keep it going. And I say copulating, and this is the cosmos. I submit to you is a sexual process all the time. We have gendered sexuality as in the postnatal realm, but in the deeper dimensions, it's still sexual, it's still vital. It's just not necessarily gendered, but it's still alchemical. And then we get this beautiful metaphor of sexuality for this alchemy in our postnatal dimension. Because that's how we conceive new life in the prenatal dimension and from the primordial dimension. This is alchemy.
Does the lower hand always come up the chest, right?
No, the lower hand doesn't ever come up the chest. The lower hand goes in the front. Thank you for asking. The lower hand goes in the front. Okay.
Always in the front.
Yes. The lower hand always goes up further away from the body to come up. And the upper hand falls down past the chest, the belly.
Oh yes, we are going cyclical.
Yes, cyclical, definitely. Okay. Anyone else have any questions? I love questions. This is the time for them too. Okay, good. Yeah, and we're just really relaxed, and it's low down too. This never goes higher than your heart. Your hands never go higher than your heart. Oh. Yeah. Because I'm tall, so it looks really high. But for y'all, it's like your hands really don't go higher than your heart. Okay, good. Yeah, keep it going. Just relaxing into this, turning the wheel, turning this chi ball, mixing fire and water. Conjugating fire and water. Water is generally below. It's like your sexuality, okay? And fire is associated with the heart. So we're actually mixing. This is so good for us in our relationships to integrate our heart with our sexuality. Okay, so that's actually what we're doing right now. Okay, so we get to really go deep into this right now, but we only do it once in the form right then. We'll do it actually again in a second too. So, okay, so we do it once. So from the right hand beneath, we'll do that once, and then the right hand is above. Now we're going to pivot to the right foot. I'm sorry. Pivot on. Okay, sorry. So let's start over. Thank you. Okay, so right hand is on beneath the chi ball. Mix just one turn. So the right hand is on top. Weight goes to the right side, pivoting on the left foot, on the heel. Good. And then, as we do that, the left scoops with the left foot. Okay, so I'll go over here for you. Yeah. And then we step, and as we step, the right, and this is on the side here, the right scoops on the side, and then one more to the left. Okay. So we can do this for a second. Just relax into it. So our weight goes to the right, and then that's when our right arm and our left.
Can I see?
Yes.
I'm mirroring us where you're facing us, even though you're.
Yes, that's a great idea. Okay, so.
Maybe you sit back and take a look.
Yeah. So okay, I'll go to the right when you go to the left. Okay, so you're going to the left. Yeah, scoop up, and then you're going to the right. Scoop up on the left, and scoop up on the right. Okay. So just go forward from the bottom. Go forward. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna keep going, everybody. So see if you can just get this circular motion. There you go. You see that? And then a circular motion. Yeah. Okay. So this is a chi ball. So we're kind of going around. We're spinning the chi ball still, but just from the side. Yes. You're welcome. Oh, good. Okay. All right. So we didn't do it in one shot, but let's go back to now this chi ball. This was like a real milestone. Okay. So here we are. Chi ball. Weight is centered. Right and left. Hands no higher than the heart. And the lower hand is pretty low too. It's like down. You like pelvis. Yeah. You really want to be like down low ground. The Taoists, this is Taoism, okay? This is from China. This is an ancient mystical tradition from China. Yingshan knows all. She's from Taiwan. Okay, good. So the Taoists are about, they're a completely spiritual tradition, like all the way, okay? But they start with embodiment. Okay. That's a real key difference about Taoism. Some traditions, they start really high and then they bring it down, and that can work. Okay. It just so happens that Taoism is starting here and expanding out. And then it goes both directions, and that's what we're going to do. okay? But I just wanted to point that out. So here we are, we got our chi ball, and we're deeply like grounded and rooted in the earth, okay? Great, so from here, just reviewing, turn once, chi ball, and then, and I'll go with you, okay? To the right, okay? And then pivot, actually I can't do it, but yeah. So pivoting on the right foot, and then, sorry, pivot, weight on the right foot, pivoting the left foot, okay, good. Scoop to the left, scoop to the right as you step, and then scoop to the left again. Okay, let's try that again. I think you guys are getting it, but we'll just try it again. Okay, so I can do it from the side. Okay, well here, maybe you just want to watch me for a second. I should have probably done this right away. Okay. Yeah, well here, I'll just show you real quick. So we turn the chi ball one time, okay, and then left, right, left. Okay. So we'll do it again from this direction. So turning the chi ball, and then there's this floating kind of thing happening actually, and then scoop left.
Wait a minute, you switched it.
Did I? Okay. Well,
I thought it was right first. No?
Wait on the right.
Weight on the right. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay, got it.
Thank you. Let's get this because this is great. We're going to get it really good if we do this. Okay. So chi ball. Right hand is on underneath. We're weight is centered. We turn the chi ball so the right hand is above. Okay. Now we slowly put the weight over the right leg. Yes. Pivot the left, and then as we do that, then the left hand floats and can scoop from the left leg. Yes. And we turn the body now, and then the right is scooping with the right leg weight on it, and then one more time on the left.
And we're managing a ball in our hands. So we're like,
yeah, you're actualizing it. Yeah, you have it. Yes. Exactly. Okay. So from here, okay, now from here, we scoop left, right, and then left. Now the weight goes back to the right. We're starting to form the chi ball with the right underneath again. Okay, but we're now pivoting on the left foot and then turning the chi ball again. Okay. And then the right comes down, right hand comes down, pivot on the left foot with the weight on the right, and then one more time, same thing. Left leg, left scoop with arm, right leg, right scoop with the arm, and then left leg, left scoop. Okay. And then to finish the earth cycle, we do something called embrace the cauldron, where we crouch down, scoop up all this beautiful, refined experience of the earth and the heaven and the cosmos, eternity, and just let it fall down the core, front and back, all the channels. Just let it rain down. And we end up back in Wújígōng posture, where we start. Yeah, great. You know, there's these Chinese guys, usually guys, some women I think, but they would pass this on. They passed this on for 800 to 900 years. This was like the most precious thing that they had learned in their life for many of them, and they made sure to pass it on to at least one person. It was their duty. Okay, they could be a hermit for decades of their life in a cave or something and be a breatharian, but they had to find at least one student to pass this on to keep this alive. It was so precious. And so you're getting to experience it. I'm really glad. Yeah. Okay, so let's do the whole earth cycle. We don't have to do the toning right this time. Just focus on the Wújígōng. Okay. Wújígōng posture.
Yeah,
Okay, sure.
tone.
Sure. Okay, great. Yes. So the tone for this, starting this direction is Wú. Here we go. No, okay, so I got it here. We start on D again. Big tonic? Big tonic? Yeah, fine. Sorry, yeah, this is how we do this. We go up the scale. Okay. Here we go. Ready? Now we turn the Qìgōng. Right side goes on the left. Scoop to the left, weight goes on the left. Scoop to the right, weight goes on the right. Scoop to the left, weight goes on the left. Turn the Qìgōng, facing the south over. Okay, good, yeah. Mixing fire and water. Okay, I'm gonna come over here and then pivoting left, scoop left, right, and then left. And then embrace the call. That's an earth cycle, earth spiral. Yeah, thank you. Does anybody feel like they really don't know how to do that and they really want to spend more time on it? A little bit. Okay. Okay, let's do it together.
It doesn't feel fluid.
Yeah, let's all do it together and I'm going to be here with you, Beth. All right. Awesome. I'm glad you said it. Okay, so we'll face this direction again. I'm just going to walk around you. Here, this side. So let's try to do right. Okay. Here we go. Do it a little bit faster. And yeah. Right foot, weight, scoop left, weight left. Scoop right, weight right. Scoop left, weight left. Good. Now, back to the right, but the right is underneath the Qìgōng now. Right hand, and then put it on the left foot. Scoop to the left. Yeah, yeah. Scoop to the right, weight on the right. Scoop to the left. Embrace. Okay, good. We'll get it. Yeah. I know we messed up somehow I messed up the. That was very perceptive. We usually end up in yeah, exactly. So cool. I was all getting just about to turn around. Okay, great. Woo, that is an earth spiral. So we're going to do that 8 times in the whole ceremony. Okay, 4 times for the first set of the down to the earth, and then 4 times for the back to transcendence. Okay, but each time it's interspersed with a heaven cycle. So does anybody need a bathroom break? Or okay, we'll take a bathroom break for 5 to 7 minutes.
There's also a bathroom downstairs.
Or actually, you may need more. There's outside bathrooms.
have to show you.
Are you okay? Yeah. Well, good. Yeah. You can be.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
doing Qigong with music.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, much more my comfort zone.
Yeah, you were going along the first step. I loved it. I think that was great. At the end of that stair, we're just going to be. Well, here's how it's going. Quiet after it? No. I'm showing you right now. Okay, so we're here, right? And then we're going to top go. Yeah, you're on the set. And so then I'm going. Okay, so where's our go? Where's our?
That's massage.
Okay. And then the fifth? Yes. No, I'm sorry. There's no more of that. Now it's. Yeah. That's it. You can just see chord. So the first, right, the one chord is has the first and so that's fine. Right? You only need to change chords. So this one, so here, then go to the second. So, yeah. Yeah. And then so you go back to like a regular one. Now we go to the one. No, the one. We only need to change one word there, but I think that you might not be right something other, but you can just do those two. Yeah. So we're back to T. Right? Yeah. Good. We're good now. Yes, we don't have to change words. So we just choose the word, twice. That's like, yeah, so you're just going out the scale, and then one chord, two chord, one chord, two chords, one chord. Okay, that's the percent. Send to the 7. Yes. Yep. That's it. That's your every year. And then that's the yeah. So the whole cycle is this okay, guys, are we ready? Let's do the heaven cycle. The heaven cycle is simpler. So we can learn it here real quick. Okay. How's it going? Really cool.
Oh yeah.
This one? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, right here. Oh, it's live on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of pretty sure.
Oh, it's good to see you.
Start again.
I said,
Yeah. Yeah. I have a
name. Chief.
I was trying to set up like a student. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Whoever's here, we can learn the heaven cycle. Okay. We're going to start in this direction because that's where we were supposed to finish. Not that last one. The heaven cycle is simpler. So, okay, we finished here. So we start the heaven cycle with a turn right away. Okay. So we put our weight on the right foot, pivot with the left, and then you're going to scoop to the corner from heaven to earth. Yeah, into the diagonal. Okay, good. And it goes under the chi ball. Okay, so same kind of thing, chi ball here. And we go over here. Okay, and now we're going to do a really fun movement called dragon washes their face. Okay, so we go to the right arm goes down, the left falls down too, and then as we go to the left, the right arm washes down the left side while the left. Yeah, well, we'll do it this way. Okay, we're just going to jump right in. Both sides at once. So left down, right. Okay. Weight on the left. The right hand is coming down the left side of the front of the body. And then weight on the right. The left side comes down. The right. No, I was right. Okay, you got it.
We're so smart.
So noticing that the face washing happens when you're kind of balanced in the center.
Yes,
Nice.
that's correct. Also, I'll do it with you, so I'll be facing you. Okay, yeah, good.
That's our beauty treatment.
Yes, it is. Washing. These dragons are beautiful.
They're wonderful.
Oh, my dragons. Oh, you make me swoon. Oh. I don't know if I can stand up like this.
And it's sort of also the face washing hands, the face kind of crosses, and it ends in the center.
It does. Thank you for that discernment. It does, yeah, because these are two big loops, but it's a sense of like straight down the front from the top. But there is a loop because we're moving our weight from right to left.
And I'm noticing that there's like a sense of completion at the end, and
Yes. So this is a sort of alchemy as well, not just a sort of alchemy. This is alchemy of the left and the right, and heaven and earth, okay, and fire and water. Okay, so yeah, down the left core channel and the right core channel, okay, or thrusting channel, they're also called. So it's mixing the sides of the body, and there's going to be correspondences, alchemical correspondences, and cosmic eternal correspondences between these sides of the body. And then there's going to be some verbal instructions that are quite intricate, and you don't have to worry about it, but I'm just giving you like hints. You can just let it flow over you. You don't have to know what is being talked about. It's just vibrations, but this is this. You'll hear me say right side, okay, is the moon, okay. Left side is the sun, okay, with many more words than that, but we're mixing them. So there's like a sun-moon, in that example, there's a sun-moon alchemy happening right now with the right and left sides of your body. Moon, sun. Okay, so what we do in the heaven cycle is we do 5 times down with each arm. And you can count it in 2 ways. You can just sort of put attention on your pinky on the right and pinky on the left. Ring finger on the right. Ring finger on the left. You can coordinate with me now, maybe if already. Okay, middle finger on the right. Middle finger on the left. I'm talking opposite to what I'm doing, but it's for what you're doing. Okay, so index finger on the left. Index finger on the right. Weight is to the right. Sorry, that's not. And then thumb. Thumb down your left. And thumb down your right. And that's 10 times. And then we end up with the chi ball. Okay, same thing. Right arm, right hand is underneath the chi ball. Okay, that's one direction of the heaven cycle. So now we will do the same thing the way we started, where we did a turn. Okay, so we put the weight on the right side, pivot with the left, and then step and sweep to the bag. Okay, good. Weight centered, chi ball, right underneath. Okay, good. And then dragon wash the face. Okay. So pinky attention, and then down the left with the right. Down the right with the left pinky. Ring finger. It's not just on attention on that finger, but it's just helping us keep track. But there's another way with the toning that will be keeping track as well. Index finger arm down the left with the right. Down the right with the left. And then this is also mixing heaven and earth. Okay, heaven is coming down to earth. Okay, chi ball. Right on the bottom. Good. And then when we get the little signal, okay, from the toning and from my voice, we will know when to do the next pivot. And don't worry about that now, you'll get it. But we pivot, weight to the right. Sorry, just weight to the right, pivot on the left, scooping to the diagonal. Yeah, you guys all got it. Nice and easy. Okay. The right, dragon washes the face, same thing. 5 on each side. Pinky. Just relaxing into it. We are these cosmic gods and goddesses that are washing ourselves. We are the cosmos eternity, just washing ourselves. Yin and yang, mixing alchemy, appreciating our dragon beauty. Playing, smiling. What fun we get to have in this dream. Down the right with the left thumb and chi ball. And then this is the last time we're going to end up in the direction we started. Okay, so here we are, chi ball, centered weight. Then we shift the weight to the right, pivot with the left foot, step, and scoop to the back. Okay, good. And then we just go right into dragon washes the face. And the toning goes like this. I'll just do it for a second. Actually, okay, let's start over to get the toning. So we did the scoop, okay, and then chi ball, and we go into the toning. Okay, so Jordan, we're on the one chord. Okay. No, just stay on the one chord. Okay. The whole heaven cycle. Yeah. Okay, good. I mean, unless you want to embellish, you can embellish however you want, but we got to keep that. Okay, good. Thank you. We're like innovating new things as we go right here. It's awesome. RaJesOfLife.com is my website. It doesn't actually work right now, but I'm going to fix that in. Raw Edges of Life. What? Raw Edges of Life. I live in the Raw Edges of Life. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. So here's toning. Something like this. And then inhale. Inhale on the last one. And that's the last one. Chi ball. Good. Okay, we'll practice that later. You don't have to do it with me, but if you guys start doing this, it'll be great. We'll see. Okay, so now to finish the heaven cycle, we just have one more thing before Embrace the Cauldron. Embrace the Cauldron is also in this cycle, but we have the chi ball, and then we do something called Stir the Cauldron. So you just watch me for a second. Then we'll shift the weight, so it's going to be to the right, and we're just going to stir the cauldron 9 times. 4, 7, 9. Okay, good. 9 times, and then we embrace the cauldron. Back to Wújígōng posture. We're doing Wújígōng. So we have Wújí posture. Non-duality, non-polarity. Ultimate emptiness, fullness, openness. Okay. So, yeah, that's the heaven cycle. What else? We're just going to put it all together pretty much now, unless there's pressing questions. Oh, I do want to tell you one more thing, and this is about cosmology. So we're doing cosmology. We're dancing the cosmology. Okay, cosmology is just like, what the hell is this place? Okay, what the fuck is going on here? It's cosmology. Okay, like spiritually, like understanding, and then like having a map of the cosmos. And now the map is not the territory, but the Taoists have a really great map. And I'll talk a little bit about it. It's embedded in what we're doing. Okay, so we have methods and maps. Okay, and methods is like this form, but then the map is embedded with it. Okay, and the map of one major fundamental piece of the map for Taoist cosmology is something called Jing, Qi, Shen. Okay, Jing, Qi, Shen. Okay, so Qi, we've been talking about Qi. You already know what Qi is. Qi is, my translation, experience. You could call it energy or subtle breath. Those are fine too, but really powerful translation is experience or incarnation. Okay, this is all what we're doing. So everything's Qi. You are Qi. Okay, you are Qi. You are flow of energy. You are one with everything. Okay, we know this. We're practicing it. Okay, there's also 2 ends of the spectrum that Qi is the bridge between, and it's Jing and Shen. Okay, so Jing, Qi, Shen is one spectrum. Jing is this will to have embodiment in life, in this even existence of this cosmos, eternity, and beyond. Okay, there's a will, there's a divine will, and it's a sexuality. It's conception as well, conceiving life, the will to conceive life. Okay, and then there's the experience of life, incarnation, which is Qi, and then Shen. Okay, so Shen is what you could call the spiritual, the divinity, but the way I translate it is realization embodiment. It's realizing the truth about who you are. I have something to tell you. You can accept this or reject it. We're all the same person. that person is God. And you can know your true identity. So realization, embodiment. Not just knowing it, but living it. Okay, so it's all about embodiment with the Taoists. Okay, so this is Jing Qi Shen. Okay, and when we're stirring the cauldron, we're doing the 9 steps of alchemy, which is cultivating Jing Qi Shen in the postnatal, Jing Qi Shen in the prenatal, Jing Qi Shen in the primordial, the deepest dimension. Okay, or 7th dimension. So that's why it's 9 times. It's Jing Qi Shen, Jing Qi Shen, Jing Qi Shen, and that's what you can say as the little mantra. Okay, we're embracing all of our will, experience, and realization embodiments. Okay, in all the dimensions. So that's what we're stirring. Okay, so we're actually enacting the 9 stages of alchemy in this entire ceremony with the 7 formulas of immortality. I'll explain another time why there's 7 and 9, but they exactly match up. Okay, basically the postnatal is all in one of these 7 formulas. Okay, and the rest are their own formula. So let's just stir the cauldron again. Okay, so we finished our last dragon wash in the face, and then we're in the chi ball, and then just let that go, and then we from the right, shift to the left, stir. I'm sorry, I should do it like this. Okay, start over. Sorry. Okay, from here to the right, and then stir to the left. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Whatever is 9. So now we're going to count it. Okay. We would embrace the cauldron, but we're just going to practice one more time. So chi ball, and then to the right, and then jing, qi, shen, jing, qi, shen, jing, qi, shen, and then embrace the cauldron. Wonderful. All right. Let's shift into a meditative state, and you can stand or you can sit. And we had some tri-fold cushions. Okay, thanks. Or you can sit on the couches. We'll pause and let you have a pause on the music for the next 12 to 15 minutes.
Thank you, Jordan. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and we'll bring you back for the part of the ceremony.
It wasn't too loud. It wasn't too loud. It was nice. Oh, yes.
So we're going to allow you to integrate all that we've learned for a little bit, and then you'll have all the guidance you need together. And we're going to listen to the introductory invocation and potentially setting meditation. So there's going to be a lot of explanation of this. You don't have to try to follow it all intellectually. Just let it wash over you. But it's a magic spell that we're all casting together.
All those things finding a struggle. Coming light, healing, bliss, and liberation in every moment. I thank you for joining in this sacred ceremony of immortal love vitality process, inception, incarnation, realization, embodiment of all cosmos eternities as ourselves. We dream this moment's chance to multidimensionally, multimodally listen to and express in the alchemical language of nature the recapitulation of divine loving creation, awakening, and ascension, always already here and now. In this spirit, we perform Primordial Qìgōng, also known as Wújígōng, or translatable as Non-Duality Cultivation, said to have been created on Mount Wújígōng by Zhang Songfang, the famous Taoist alchemical sage and inventor of the popular martial art Tai Chi Chuan, or Tai Chi. Wújígōng was passed down over 900 years to Zhu Hui and then Michael Wynn, my teacher, and shares many key attributes with Tai Chi Chuan. One of Michael Wynn's names for this form is Tai Chi for enlightened love. The difference is that instead of directing energy outwardly for defense, as in Tai Chi Chuan, Wújígōng inwardly cultivates bodily lived experience of all cosmic eternal aspects, earth, heaven, and humanity, all elements, phases, seasons, cycles, directions, dimensions, states, kin, guides, and teachers, postnatal, prenatal, primordial, for loving reunification and spiritual realization embodiment. It has Taoist alchemical cosmology encoded within it as a divine transformational transmission and recipe. This sacred ceremony supercharges Wújígōng's alchemical power by spelling out and actualizing this cosmology, literally as a magic spell. Just listening to these verbal instructions can be its own meditative journey initiation, especially when partaking of psychedelic allies, whether or not you physically perform the movements or even know the meaning of all the words and concepts. The life force responds, transcending the need for intellectual understanding. Just feel the vibration of this spell in your body. While I often translate Chinese terminology each time I use it in what follows, let us enhance this transmission by introducing my custom translations of key terms now, allowing their magic frequencies and significances to resonate and deepen over time. Dao means immortal love vitality process and how we come to exist, incarnate, realize, embody. Wújī means non-polarity, non-duality, ultimate emptiness, fullness, openness. Taiji means great polarity. Taiyi means great oneness, central sun. Jing means will, conception. Qi means experience, incarnation. Shen means realization, embodiment. Jing, Qi, Shen make up one continuous spectrum of the life force. Yuan means original, neutral, empty, versus yin and yang, which represent polarities. Dan means medicine, alchemical elixir, enlightenment, immortality. Nèidān means inner alchemy. Gong means cultivation, as in Wújígōng, meaning non-duality cultivation. Qìgōng, meaning experience cultivation. Kung Fu, meaning bitter cultivation. Nèigōng, meaning inner cultivation, meditation. Dan Tian, meaning inner alchemical immortality cauldron. Ming means involution, cosmogenesis, destiny, manifestation, immanence. Xing means spiritual evolution, true nature, transcendence. Wu Wei means non-action, effortless, spontaneous flow presence. We perform 2 successive sets of Wújígōng in conjunction with the 7 alchemical formulas of immortality as originally structured, passed down from Taoist hermit One Cloud to Mantak Chia and taught in his healing Tao system to Michael Wynn, my teacher. Continuing their inspired work, the grace of the Tao has guided me, with the help of Tao Immortal Ascended Masters, to continue to refine and evolve through the life force these Taoist inner alchemy meditation formulas to this fullness potential, facilitate rapid breakthroughs in their long-term, here-now, always-already realization and body. The word immortality refers to our innate state of multidimensionality, revealing and actualizing what was always already there and our full potential to realize body. In my understanding and experience, Tao, Immortal Ascended Masters, are aspects of our one great heart, mind, body, spirit that have always already realized and embodied our true self, Tao, in that multidimensionality, and are incarnating, experiencing it, which is our experience, in accord with its will, which is our will. Your whole heart, mind, body, spirit, enlightenment, immortality, and ascension, descension is awaiting you here and now. I've entitled this experience Sacred Ceremony of Omni-Cosmic-Eternal Involution and Spiritual Evolution through 2 successive primordial Qìgōng sets. Mìng命-Xìng Nèidān Wújígōng. The first Wújígōng set enacts Mìng, Omni-Cosmic-Eternal Involution. Dao continuously births nature as ourselves, as itself, down the 7 alchemical formulas of immortality. The second set enacts Xing, spiritual evolution. Dao continuously realizes nature as ourselves, as itself, up the 7 alchemical formulas of immortality. Each Wújígōng set has 8 spirals or rounds, 4 earth spirals and 4 heaven spirals, alternating with each other. Each spiral of these 8 in each of the 2 sets of Wújígōng actualizes a different formula within the 7 alchemical formulas of immortality, in order, from 7 to 1 and then from 1 to 7, ending with 2 spirals of Wu Wei, effortless spontaneous flow presence integration. In this ceremony, we sing, dance, meditate, cultivate, embody, and play these alchemical formulas through the cardinal directions. Within each spiral and formula, we turn counter-sunwise to each cardinal direction, gathering them into the center to reverse the flow of involution and evolution. At the same time, after each earth spiral, we begin in the next successive sunwise cardinal direction to advance the cycles of involution and evolution. This polarity between counter-sunwise reversal and sunwise advancement is one dimension among many. This forms non-dual alchemy. Note the use of terms such as sunwise and counter-sunwise to orient to the dynamic wisdom of nature's flow of seasons and celestial bodies through the sky rather than to machine clockwise. Relatedly, I have renamed the cardinal directions to reflect the same dynamics in both the northern and southern hemispheres of the Earth. East and west are renamed rising and setting, respectively, while north and south are renamed polar and tropical in the northern hemisphere, respectively, and tropical and polar, respectively, in the southern hemisphere. In other words, Wújígōng was designed for the northern hemisphere, but I've adapted it for performance anywhere and aligned it more consciously with embodiment of the entire Earth, a process that occurs in the 3rd alchemical formula of immortality. When played in the southern hemisphere, in order to accord with the cycles of nature, many of Wújígōng's movements need to be led with the opposite arm and leg, moving right instead of left within each spiral. An experimental, advanced form for cultivating radical realization embodiment as the entire Earth and cosmos eternity is to mentally play this form on the Earth's opposite hemisphere simultaneously with and symmetrically to physically playing it here. Taking and translating what is precious and helpful to you here and leaving the rest. Gratefully calling and asking for presence, assistance, and blessing from all the aligned beings, kin, guides, and teachers of all directions and dimensions. Let us begin this sacred ceremony with a moment of silent meditation to develop and affirm your particular specific here and now, always already dreamed complete soul intention for destiny manifestation and spiritual realization embodied.
Meditation. This is the opportunity to connect with that feeling. Very clear, always already complete here and now intention. Whatever mixture between transcendence and immanence, between destiny and spiritual realization embodiment that your particular now specific intention entails. You can get clear on the words
if you'd like, and especially that feeling, the sensations, all the senses of the completion of your intention, always already right now here. And we can just start out by flashing the feeling now to the life force, where we strengthen it. We really feel how wonderful it does feel to have this now already complete, and always in truth. And then every time you hear me say flash the feeling, you can do this again. Flash the feeling.
That's not.
Flash the candy feelings. Thank you, everyone, for all of your feelings. So ideally, we would stay in meditation a little longer, but for the sake of time, unless if you'd like to stay in meditation for longer right now, feel free to raise your hand even with your eyes. Okay, and if you would like to end as soon as we can, which would be 10 minutes after the initial start time. Good. So I'd like to respect that. So we can stay in a meditative state throughout the entire ceremony. And even as we get up now from where I'm sitting. And if somebody has a question staying in meditation, this is a good time to ask it as well before we continuously go into the ceremony. But otherwise, we can be in meditation gradually but steadily finding ourselves rising, expanding back to our spots. Yes, please.
So it's pretty intense energy that we're about to experience. And it can feel long. If anybody needs to lay down, prepare yourself. I'm also going to open the door to this room so that you can lay down in there and just still be able to hear everything going on. It's supposed to be in the flow of it all, but you can do yourself to that.
Yeah, exactly. Falling asleep and dreaming is a perfect contribution to this ceremony as well.
How long is this?
This section is 52 minutes.
And is that movement?
And that's the end at that point. After the 50, sorry. What did you?
Is it movement or is it?
Yes, movement. Just what we learned. We're going to do now the earth and the heaven cycle.
Okay.
8 times each. And
You can actually get a lot out of it just playing.
absolutely. Oh no, absolutely. Yeah, everything you're doing is perfect. We're going to start facing the rising direction. Oh yeah, you can. If you need to leave early, it's all good too. The ceremony can continue. Oh yes. So then my final words before we start the ceremony is just we will do this 52 minutes, and the ceremony will end, and then those that want to leave then or whenever, even sooner, they can leave. But then some of us will stay for a sharing circle until 1-ish. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll see how that goes, but we can gather back to the circle like where we were for those that want to stay to share about their experience and ask any further questions. Okay. So we're Jordan, where he is. Oh, okay. Well, if we don't have the music, it's totally fine.
Okay.
In Wuji posture. Smiling. We can shake for a minute. We can do this one. So I can just swinging. Yeah. Yawning is a really great way to relax the nervous system.
I'm gonna put some yoga mats in the kitchen. I'm gonna stand them.
Okay. Back to Wújígōng, sacred ceremony of Omni-Cosmic-Eternal Involution and spiritual evolution through 2 successive primordial Qìgōng sets. Mìng命-Xìng Nèidān Wújígōng Wújígōng set. Omni-Cosmic-Eternal Involution. Dao continuously births nature as ourselves, as itself,
You don't have to, but
down the 7 alchemical formulas of immortality. First Earth Spiral, 7th formula. Omni-Cosmic-Eternal Realization Embodiment. Immortality, mortality, love, vitality, process, alchemy. Reunion of Tao and humanity. Starting facing rising.
okay, Wújígōng posture.
We begin inner smiling as Tao, immortal love vitality process, and how we come to exist, incarnate, realize, embody. The Tao gives birth to the One, Wújígōng, non-polarity, non-duality, ultimate focus. The One gives birth to the Two, Tai Chi, great polarity, equals Wújígōng plus Tai Yi, great oneness, central sun. The Two gives birth to Tao, eternal transcendent mystery.
Pivot.
Calculate
Left.
Tao of the great emergence,
Right.
Tao of the 10,000 themes,
Left.
and Tao of
Weight on the right. Pivot on the left.
Calculate Mother Tao, creator of all
Water and
things,
fire.
and Tao of the eternal transcendent mystery.
To the right.
Calculate Tao of the great emergence, Tao of 10,000 themes,
Right.
and Tao of humanity.
Left. Embrace.
The Three gives birth to the 10,000 themes, the myriad beings of all the cosmos eternities, all possible manifest and not yet manifest nature's realization embodiment dream from your crown down the entire core channel torso torus to deep earth, overflowing to belt channel aura up to highest heaven and freely through all 8 psychic oversoul channels. First,
Could change
heaven
these here if
spiral.
you want.
6th formula. Cosmic eternal non-dual incarnation cultivation. Immanence, transcendence, openness, alchemy. Congress of heaven and earth. Starting facing tropical. Copulate Tai Chi, Tao, Wújígōng in all directions of time. Right arm side equals earth, immanence, Tai Chi, great polarity, portal to the primordial, symbolized by Sagittarius A star, supermassive black hole at center of Milky Way galaxy. Left arm side.
Sorry, we were supposed to do the heaven cycle. So we're going to go back a little bit and do the heaven cycle.
Equals heaven, center of images, Tai Chi, right, Tao, tropical. Cosmic eternal non-dual incarnation cultivation. Immanence, transcendence, openness, alchemy. Congress of heaven and earth. Starting facing tropical. Copulate Tai Chi, Tao, all directions of time. Right arm side equals earth, immanence, Tai Chi, great polarity, portal to the primordial, symbolized by Sagittarius A star, supermassive black hole at center of Milky Way galaxy. Left arm side equals heaven, transcendence, Tao, immortal love vitality process, beyond all cosmos eternity. Eternals. Core channel Taurus equals humanity, openness, Wújígōng, non-polarity, non-duality, symbolized by womb belly of entire space-time cosmos eternity. Calculate Tai Chi, Dao, Wújígōng in all directions of space.
Way to the right.
Calculate
Pivot.
Tai Chi,
Diagonal.
Dao, Wújígōng in all directions of time. Right arm,
Watch the
side,
face.
equals earth, immanence. Tai Chi, great polarity, portal to the primordial, symbolized by Sagittarius A star, supermassive black hole at the center of Milky Way galaxy. Left arm side equals heaven, transcendence, Tao, immortal love vitality process, beyond all cosmos eternities. Core channel Taurus equals humanity, openness, Wújígōng, non-polarity, non-duality, symbolized by womb belly of entire space-time cosmos eternity. Calculate Tai Chi, Dao, Wújígōng in all directions of space.
To the right.
Calculate
Pivot.
Tai Chi, Dao, Wújígōng in all directions of time. Right arm side equals earth, immanence. Tai Chi, great polarity, portal to the primordial, symbolized by Sagittarius A star, supermassive black hole at center of Milky Way galaxy. Left arm side equals heaven, transcendence, Tao, immortal love vitality process, beyond all cosmos eternities. Core channel Taurus equals humanity, openness, Wújígōng, non-polarity, non-duality, symbolized by womb belly of entire space-time cosmos eternity. Copulate Tai Chi, Dao, Wújígōng in all directions of space.
Way to the right.
Copulate Tai Chi, Dao, Wújígōng in all directions of time. Right arm side equals earth, immanence, Tai Chi, great polarity, portal to the primordial, symbolized by Sagittarius A star, supermassive black hole at center of Milky Way galaxy. Left arm side equals heaven, transcendence, Tao, immortal love vitality process, beyond all cosmos eternities. Core channel Taurus equals humanity, openness, Wújígōng, non-polarity, non-duality, symbolized by womb belly of entire space-time cosmos eternity. Copulate Tai Chi, Dao, Wújígōng in all directions of space. Complete 9 steps of alchemy. Cultivate postnatal, prenatal, primordial, Jing, Qi, Shen, will, conception, incarnation, experience, realization, embodiment. To incarnate Wújígōng, non-polarity, non-duality, ultimate emptiness, fullness, openness, symbolized by womb belly of entire space-time cosmos eternity, including fusion of trillions of galaxies in millions of superclusters and galaxy filaments, of 200 billion trillion stars and stellar phenomena, plus countless black holes between infinite empty voids of space-time ever expanding over endless eons. In your upper Dantian, crystal palace, third eye cauldron and head, centered at pineal pituitary glands, and entire core channel torso Taurus, down to deepest earth, overflowing to belt channel aura up to highest heaven, and freely through all 8 psychic oversoul channels. Second earth spiral, 5th orbit, galactic will of the oversouls. 3 pure ones conceive primordial black hole polarity portal, fusion of the stars, 8 cosmic winds, concealing of the 5 senses, starting facing tropical.
Earth cycle.
Inner smiling as Tai Yi, great oneness central sun at cardiac plexus heart center cauldron, middle Dantian. Copulate with Wújígōng, non-polarity, non-duality, ultimate emptiness, fullness, openness, womb belly of entire space-time cosmos eternity in upper Dantian cauldron, centered in head, activating 8 psychic oversoul channel Taurus, resolving torso central core psychic oversoul channel to heaven, and aura belt psychic oversoul channel to earth. Humanity gathers and resolves torso right core psychic oversoul channel, mountain, lake, wind, thunder, and torso left or second dorsal channel, mountain, lake. Turning the wheel of spiritual law, heaven gathers and resolves back governor psychic channel fire over soul, and earth gathers and resolves front conception psychic channel water over soul. Earth gathers and resolves falling yang healed psychic channel lake over soul. Heaven gathers and resolves outward yang arm psychic channel wind over soul. Humanity gathers and resolves rising yin healed psychic channel over soul, and inward yin arm psychic channel thunder over soul.
Qi-ball, turn the Qi-ball.
Calculate water sense hearing, fire sense taste. Calculate metal sense smell, wood sense vision, earth sense feeling. Calculate water's sense hearing, and fire's sense taste.
Oh yeah.
Calculate
The
metal
right,
sense smell,
pivot on the left,
wood's sense vision, and earth's sense
right,
feeling.
left.
Embrace your will conception of the stealing of the five senses. Resolve 8 cosmic winds to 3 pure ones, earth, Tai Yi, heaven, Wújígōng, and humanity, Tai Chi, and fuse and embody dome of all stars and stellar phenomena in Milky Way galaxy and Sagittarius A-star supermassive black hole at its center, and all other galactic black holes in your voice portal, throat center cauldron, and entire core channel torso torus, down to deepest earth, overflowing to belt channel aura up to highest heaven, freely through all 8 psychic oversoul channels, as Tai Chi Primordial Qìgōng.
Take me.
Second heaven spiral, 4th quantum, central sun heart realization embodied, planetary singularity solar soul alchemy, greatest enlightenment of water and fire, starting facing setting.
Shift to the right.
Copulate planets, galaxies, sun in all directions of time.
Qi-ball.
Right arm side equals fusion of our planets and moons, including Earth. Left arm side equals Sagittarius A-star supermassive black hole at central way. Core channel torus equals central sun heart of our planetary system. Populate planets, galaxies, sun in all directions of space. Copulate planets, galaxies, sun in all directions of time. Right arm side equals fusion of our planets and moons, including Earth. Left arm side equals Sagittarius A-star supermassive black hole at center of Milky Way. Core channel torus equals central sun heart of our planetary system. Copulate planets, galaxies, sun in all directions of space. Copulate planets, galaxies, sun in all directions of time.
Good. Watch the face.
Right arm side equals fusion of our planets and moons, including Earth. Left arm side equals Sagittarius A-star supermassive black hole at center of Milky Way. Core channel torus equals central sun heart of our planetary system. Copulate planets, galaxies, sun in all directions of space.
One more pivot coming.
Copulate planets, galaxies, sun in all directions of time. Right arm side equals fusion of our planets and moons, including Earth. Left arm side equals Sagittarius A-star supermassive black hole at center of Milky Way. Core channel torus equals central sun heart of our planetary system. Copulate planets, galaxies, sun in all directions of space.
During the cauldron.
Complete 9 steps of alchemy. Cultivate postnatal, prenatal, primordial, Jing, Qi, Shen, will, conception, incarnation, experience, realization, embodiment, plus countless planetary orbits and conjunctions over thousands of years, plus countless solar system orbits around Milky Way over hundreds of millions of years, to embody sun and entire solar system in cardiac plexus, heart, cauldron, center of your chest, back between spine and ribs, through entire core channel torso torus, down to deepest earth, overflowing to belt channel aura up to highest heaven and freely through all 8 psychic oversoul channels.
Flash the feeling.
Third earth spiral, third formula. Incarnation as nature soul. Moon, sun, earth, ancestral descendantal alchemy. Greater enlightenment of water and fire. Starting facing setting. Sink sun, spiritual grandfather, down to lower dantian cauldron centered in womb belly. Moon, spiritual grandmother, rises to middle dantian cauldron heart center as they copulate in solar plexus cauldron. Actualize female ancestors and descendants, mothers and daughters, and male ancestors and descendants, fathers and sons, plus earthly, evolutionary, seasonal, geomantic, and tectonic creation and control cycles. Turning the wheel of spiritual law, fulfill countless seasons of countless lives at all geographies and times, symbolized by all sun and moon angles traversations, as whole energy body Earth rotates centered at solar plexus cauldron. Embrace past, future, and present. Populate cool, deep, blue-black winter polar and warm red summer tropical direction dragons in this hemisphere. Copulate crisp, shiny autumn setting, fresh green spring rising, and sweet yellow harvest earth center direction dragons in this hemisphere. Copulate cool, deep blue-black winter polar and warm red summer tropical direction dragons in opposite hemisphere.
To the right.
Copulate crisp, shiny autumn setting, fresh green spring rising, and sweet yellow harvest earth center direction dragons in opposite hemisphere. To embody whole moon, sun, earth system for all myriad beings over uncountable moments, hours, days, months, seasons, and billions of years of earthly inanimate and living evolution in your solar plexus cauldron through entire core channel torso torus down to deepest earth, overflowing to belt channel aura up to highest heaven and freely through all 8 psychic oversoul channels. Third heaven spiral, second formula, inner sage true self's prenatal will conception, psychosexual soul alchemy, lesser enlightenment of water and fire, starting facing polar. Seal the cauldron boudoir and lovingly warm the prenatal water mother ovaries, prenatal fire father testicles, and prenatal earth cervix womb belly. Right arm side equals cool, deep, blue-black, inner feminine mother, prenatal water, ovaries, vulva, vagina, and egg above. Left arm side equals warm, red, inner masculine father, prenatal fire, testicles, penis, prostate, and sperm below. Core channel torus equals sexual alchemy, love, coitus of feminine egg and masculine sperm, conceiving and gestating purple, yuánqì Shen, original neutral force, immortal sage, true self, embryo, fetus, baby child, within cervix, womb belly, lower dantian, cauldron of prenatal earth. Love copulate feminine prenatal water egg above with fire thrusting channel, and masculine prenatal fire sperm below with water thrusting channel in multi-mutual spiritual ejaculatory love orgasms to conceive immortal sage, true self, embryo within cervix, womb belly, cauldron of prenatal earth. Seal the cauldron boudoir and lovingly warm the prenatal water mother ovaries, prenatal fire father testicles, and prenatal earth cervix womb belly.
Slowly wash.
Right arm side equals cool, deep blue-black inner feminine mother, prenatal water ovaries, vulva, vagina, and egg above. Left arm side equals warm red inner masculine father, prenatal fire testicles, penis, prostate, and sperm below. Core channel torus equals sexual alchemy, love, coitus of feminine egg and masculine sperm, conceiving and gestating purple yuánqì Shen, original neutral force, immortal sage, true self, embryo, fetus, baby child, within cervix, womb belly, lower dantian, cauldron of prenatal earth. Love copulate, feminine prenatal water egg above with fire thrusting channel, and masculine prenatal fire sperm below with water thrusting channel, in multi-mutual spiritual ejaculatory love orgasms, to conceive immortal sage true self embryo within cervix womb belly cauldron of prenatal earth.
Now I'm going to do the toning for that pivot to the and sweep to the corner.
Seal the cauldron boudoir and lovingly warm the prenatal water mother ovaries, prenatal fire father testicles, and prenatal earth cervix womb belly. Right arm side equals cool, deep blue black inner feminine mother, prenatal water ovaries, vulva, vagina, and egg above. Left arm side equals warm red inner masculine father, prenatal fire testicles, penis, prostate, and sperm below. Core channel Taurus equals sexual alchemy, love coitus of feminine egg and masculine sperm, conceiving and gestating purple yuánqì Shen, original neutral force, immortal sage, true self, embryo, fetus, baby child, within cervix, womb belly, lower dantian cauldron of prenatal earth. Love copulated, feminine prenatal water egg above with fire thrusting channel, and masculine prenatal fire sperm below with water thrusting channel, in multi-mutual spiritual ejaculatory love orgasms, to conceive immortal sage true self embryo within cervix womb belly cauldron prenatal earth. Seal the cauldron boudoir and lovingly warm the prenatal water mother ovaries, prenatal fire father testicles, and prenatal earth cervix womb belly. Right arm side equals cool, deep blue black inner feminine mother, prenatal water ovaries, vulva, vagina, and egg above. Left arm side equals warm red inner masculine father, prenatal fire testicles, penis, prostate, and sperm below. Core channel Taurus equals sexual alchemy, love coitus of feminine egg and masculine sperm, conceiving and gestating purple yuánqì Shen, original neutral force, immortal sage, true self, embryo, fetus, baby child, within cervix, womb belly, lower dantian cauldron of prenatal earth. Love copulate, feminine prenatal water egg above with fire thrusting channel, and masculine prenatal fire sperm below with water thrusting channel, in multi-mutual spiritual ejaculatory love orgasms, to conceive immortal sage true self embryo within cervix womb belly cauldron of prenatal earth. Countless sexual love copulations of prenatal water, feminine, prenatal fire, masculine, prenatal earth neutral, uniting Jing-Qi Shen each time with multi-mutual spiritual ejaculatory love orgasms. Embrace, conceive, incarnate, experience, realize, embody spiritual pregnancy, crystallization of immortal embryo, fetus, baby child of inner sage true self centered at your cervix, womb belly, lower dantian cauldron, through entire core channel torso Taurus, down to deepest earth, overflowing to belt channel aura, up to highest heaven, and freely through all 8 psychic oversoul channels, steaming with prenatal yuan, jing, qi, shen, stem cell, original neutral force breathing, nourishing vital organs, souls, blessed by loving smiles as right eye grandmother moon and left eye grandfather sun. 4th earth spiral. First formula. Heart, mind, spirit, body of immortal love vitality process. Non-dual openness, will, incarnation, realization, embodiment, cultivation. Starting facing polar. Inner smile to sexual subtle breath experience and spiritual pregnancy. Counterforce prenatal embryonic breathing. Open right side thrusting channel and left side thrusting channel. Rooting and bone marrow. Nèidān counterforce breathing. Turning the wheel of spiritual law. Wújígōng spoon dragon pearl counterforce embryonic breathing in core, governor, conception, and belt channels, plus actualized creation and control cycles. Embrace Qi, Shen, Qi, of immortal sage embryo true self, and yīn and yang heel and arm channels. Rebirth, cool, deep blue winter water, kidneys and bladder soul, and Shen, warm red summer fire, heart and small intestines. Rebirth, Crisp, shiny, autumn metal, lungs, and large intestine soul. Moon, fresh green spring wood, liver, and gallbladder soul. And Yi, sweet yellow harvest earth, stomach, spleen, and pancreas soul. Rebirth, Ju, cool deep blue winter water, kidneys, and bladder soul. And Shen, warm red summer fire, heart, and small intestine
on the
soul.
right.
Rebirth, Po, crisp, shiny autumn metal, lungs, and large intestine soul.
Right.
Moon, fresh green spring wood, liver, and gallbladder soul.
Left.
And Yi, sweet yellow harvest earth, stomach, spleen, and pancreas soul.
Embrace.
Embrace, cauldron of immortal sage embryo, true self, fusion of the 5 elements, phases, vital organ souls, including pericardium and triple warmer, an entire core channel torso torus, down to your perineum and deepest earth, overflowing to belt channel aura up to highest heaven, and freely through all 8 psychic oversoul channels.
Flash the feeling.
4th heaven spiral. 1st formula. Heart, mind, spirit, body of immortal love vitality process. Non-dual openness, will, incarnation, realization, embodiment, cultivation. Starting, facing, rising. Dissolve into energy body plus seal microcosmic orbit, front and back, bang, container into belt channel aura. Right arm side equals feminine ancestors and descendants, mothers and daughters. Left arm side equals masculine ancestors and descendants, fathers and sons. Core channel torus equals open 8 psychic oversoul channels of immortal sage true self with counterforce bow and marrow, Qìgōng, embryonic breathing. Open each side's thrusting arm and heel channels. Torso torus opens through your central core channel down to earth, overflowing through your belt channel aura back up to heaven. Dissolve into energy body plus seal microcosmic orbit, front and back, egg container into belt channel aura. Right arm side equals feminine ancestors and descendants, mothers and daughters. Left arm side equals masculine ancestors and descendants, fathers and sons. Core channel torus equals open 8 psychic oversoul channels of immortal sage true self with counterforce bone marrow, Qìgōng, embryonic breathing. Open each side's thrusting arm and heel channels. Torso torus opens through your central core channel down to deepest earth, overflowing through your belt channel aura back up to highest heaven.
Straight to the right.
Dissolve into energy body plus seal microcosmic orbit, front and back, egg container into belt channel aura. Right arm side equals feminine ancestors and descendants, mothers and daughters. Left arm side equals masculine ancestors and descendants, fathers and sons. Core channel torus equals open 8 psychic oversoul channels of immortal sage true self with counterforce bone marrow, Qìgōng, embryonic breathing. Open each side's thrusting, arm, and heel channels. Torso torus opens through your central core channel down to deepest earth, overflowing through your belt channel aura back up to highest heaven.
One more pivot.
Dissolve into energy body plus seal microcosmic orbit, front and back, egg container into belt channel aura. Right arm side equals feminine ancestors and descendants, mothers and daughters. Left arm side equals masculine ancestors and descendants, fathers and sons. Core channel torus equals open 8 psychic oversoul channels of immortal sage true self with counterforce bone marrow, Qìgōng, embryonic breathing. Open each side's thrusting arm and heel channels. Torso torus opens through your central core channel down to deepest earth, overflowing through your belt channel aura back up to highest heaven.
We just did one set of Wújígōng. We're halfway through this
Stoke and circulate
part
sexual
of the
energy.
ceremony. Once we do this last part, stir the cauldron.
Cultivate postnatal, prenatal, primordial, qi, shen, will, conception, incarnation, experience, realization, embodiment.
Embrace.
To embrace cauldron of inner smile through human lifespan, including conception, gestation, birth, childhood, adolescence, adulthood, parenthood, tribal baby elderhood, and ascension to multidimensional heart, mind, spirit, body of immortal love vitality process as formation and development of immortal sage true self's parents.
Shake. Does anybody need a break right now?
Qing.
Okay, let's keep going. Good.
Set. Spiritual evolution. Dao continuously realizes nature as ourselves, as itself, up the 7 alchemical formulas of immortality. First, Earth Spiral. Second formula. Inner sage true self's prenatal will conception. Psychosexual soul alchemy. Lesser enlightenment of water and fire. Starting facing rising. Inner smile to prenatal earth, cervix, womb belly for immortal sage true self embryo centered at lower Dantian cauldron. Courtship of immortal sage true self's parents. Prenatal water, inner feminine mother above in solar plexus central cauldron, and prenatal fire, inner masculine father below at perineum greet each other, fall in love, and spiritually marry in womb belly center lower Dantian cauldron. Actualized creation cycle. Actualized control cycle. Turn the wheel of spiritual law and actualize counter creation and counter control cycles. Embrace grandfather dissolve postnatal water and fire phase element souls into womb belly cauldron to rebirth as immortal sage true self.
Right. Oh, going a little.
Dissolve postnatal metal, wood, and earth phase element souls into womb belly cauldron to rebirth as immortal sage true self. Dissolve postnatal water and fire phase element souls into womb belly cauldron.
On the right.
To rebirth as immortal sage true self.
To the left.
Dissolve postnatal metal, wood, and earth phase element souls into womb belly cauldron to rebirth as immortal sage true self. Embrace fusion of the 5 elements using counter creation and counter control cycles and prenatal Wan, Jing, Qi, Shen, conception, incarnation, realization, embodiment, original neutral force, steaming, nourishing, dissolving, vital organ souls, and opening 8 psychic oversoul channels as crystallization of rebirth as immortal sage true self, centered in lower Dantian, womb belly cauldron, healing conception, prenatal, and ancestral trauma, and harmonizing and purifying heart, mind, spirit, body, blessed by loving smiles as right eye grandmother moon and left eye grandfather sun. First, heaven spiral. Third formula. Incarnation as nature soul. Moon, sun, earth, ancestral descendantal alchemy. Starting facing tropical. Copulate moon, sun, earth in all directions of time, all seasons and modal points. Right arm side equals moon, spiritual grandmother, full or dark. Left arm side equals sun, spiritual grandfather. Core channel torus equals entire earth, all of nature, birthing and nourishing immortal sage. Copulate moon, sun, earth in all directions of space.
Pivoting.
Copulate moon, sun, earth in all directions of time, all seasons and nodal points. Right arm side equals moon, spiritual grandmother, full or dark. Left arm side equals sun, spiritual grandfather. Core channel torus equals entire earth, all of nature, birthing and nourishing immortal sage. Copulate moon, sun, earth in all directions of space. Copulate moon, sun, earth in all directions directions of time, all seasons and nodal points. Right arm side equals moon, spiritual grandmother, full or dark. Left arm side equals sun, spiritual grandfather. 4-channel Taurus equals entire earth, all of nature, birthing and nourishing immortal sage. Calculate moon, sun, earth in all directions of space. Copulate moon, sun, earth in all directions of time, all seasons and nodal points. Right arm side equals moon, spiritual grandmother, full or dark. Left arm side equals sun, spiritual grandfather. 4-channel Taurus equals entire earth, all of nature, birthing and nourishing immortal sage. Copulate moon, sun, earth in all directions of space.
Stir the cauldron.
Complete 9 steps of alchemy. Cultivate postnatal, prenatal, primordial, Jing, Qi, Shen, will, conception, incarnation, experience, realization, embodiment, and the great year, 25,800 year precession of the equinoxes, to embody whole moon, sun, earth system over all its past, present, future existence as orgasmic birthing of immortal sage, true self, infant baby child, in solar plexus center cauldron, an entire core channel torso Taurus down to deepest earth, overflowing to belt channel aura up to highest heaven, and freely through all 8 psychic oversoul channels, blessed by smiles of spiritual tribe star elders, healing birth and ancestral trauma, and dissolving fixed time and space-based perceptions, fully experiencing and incarnating into astral prenatal realm and reuniting with all of earthly nature. Second earth spiral, 4th formula, central sun, heart realization embodiment, planetary singularity, solar soul alchemy, greatest enlightenment of water and fire, starting facing tropical. Earth and moon united at solar plexus central cauldron. Populate yellow yang inner fire of earth with purple yin inner water of sun at heart center middle Dantian cauldron. Actualize archetypal collective soul and solar system creation and control cycles. Turn the wheel of spiritual law in archetypal collective soul and solar system, actualizing counter creation and counter control cycles, living out countless seasons of countless lives at all geographies and times, symbolized by all planetary angles, traversations, as whole energy body solar system rotates, centered at middle Dantian heart cauldron. Embrace Earth, Sagittarius A-star supermassive black hole center of Milky Way, Sun. Copulate Mercury and Mars and its moons. Copulate Venus, Jupiter and its moons, and Saturn and its moons. Copulate Mercury and Mars and its moons. Copulate Venus, Jupiter and its moons, and Saturn and its moons. Embrace planetary fusion of the 5 elements and realization embodiment of Yi, great oneness central sun, and entire solar system in cardiac plexus, heart center, middle Dantian cauldron, an entire core channel torso Taurus, down to deepest earth, overflowing to belt channel aura up to highest heaven, and freely through all 8 psychic oversoul channels, healing collective trauma, completing collective soul and astrology of humanity and all beings, and uniting with planetary solar nature, activating, aligning inner will with power of Yi, great oneness central sun, combustive red pearl, as loving, growing, maturation and training of immortal sage, true self, toddler, child, adolescent. Second heaven spiral.
Flash the feeling.
5th formula. Galactic will of the oversouls. 3 pure ones conceive primordial black hole polarity portal. Fusion of the stars, 8 cosmic winds, and sealing of the 5 senses. starting facing setting. Copulate central sun, entire cosmos eternity, Sagittarius A star supermassive black hole at center of the Milky Way in all directions of time. Right arm side equals Tai E, great oneness central sun, an entire solar system. Left arm side equals Wújígōng, womb belly of entirety of space-time cosmos eternity. Core channel torus equals Tai Chi, primordial polarity portal of our entire Milky Way galaxy and Sagittarius A star supermassive black hole at galactic center, and fusion of all galactic black holes, stars, and stellar phenomena. Copulate sun, entire cosmos eternity, Sagittarius A star supermassive black hole at center of Milky Way in all directions of space. Copulate central sun, entire cosmos eternity, Sagittarius A star supermassive black hole at center of Milky Way in all directions of time. Right arm side equals Tai E, great oneness central sun, an entire solar system. Left arm side equals Wújígōng, womb belly of entirety of space-time cosmos eternity. Core channel torus equals Tai Chi, primordial polarity portal of our entire Milky Way galaxy and Sagittarius A star supermassive black hole at galactic center, and fusion of all galactic black holes, stars, and stellar phenomena. Copulate sun, entire cosmos eternity, Sagittarius A star supermassive black hole at center of Milky Way in all directions of space. Copulate central sun, entire cosmos eternity, Sagittarius A star supermassive black hole at center of Milky Way in all directions of time. Right arm side equals Tai E, great oneness central sun, an entire solar system. Left arm side equals Wújígōng, womb belly of entirety of space-time cosmos eternity. Core channel torus equals Tai Chi, primordial polarity portal of our entire Milky Way galaxy and Sagittarius A star supermassive black hole at galactic center, and fusion of all galactic black holes, stars, and stellar phenomena. Copulate central sun, entire cosmos eternity, Sagittarius A star supermassive black hole at center of Milky Way in all directions of space. Copulate central sun, entire cosmos eternity, Sagittarius A star supermassive black hole at center of Milky Way in all directions of time. Right arm side equals Tai E, great oneness central sun, an entire solar system. Left arm side equals Wújígōng, womb belly of entirety of space-time cosmos eternity. Core channel torus equals Tai Chi, primordial polarity portal, and our entire Milky Way galaxy and Sagittarius A star supermassive black hole at galactic center, and fusion of all galactic black holes, stars, and stellar phenomena. Copulate central sun, entire cosmos eternity, Sagittarius A star supermassive black hole at center of Milky Way in all directions of space.
Stirring the cauldron.
Complete 9 steps of alchemy. Cultivate postnatal, prenatal, primordial, Jing, Qi, Shen, will, conception, incarnation, experience, realization, embodiment, plus orbit of Milky Way galactic arms over hundreds of millions of years, plus orbit of whole Milky Way galaxy within local group and superclusters over billions of years to embody entire Milky Way and Sagittarius A star supermassive black hole at center, and all galactic black holes, stars, and stellar phenomena, concealing of the 5 senses, and resolution of the 8 cosmic winds, oversouls, into the 3 pure ones of earth, heaven, and humanity, as Tai Chi, primordial polarity portal in your voice throat center cauldron and the entire core channel, dissolving unnecessary heart-mind states, entering primordial heavenly quietude, and uniting with stellar singularity galactic nature, as immortal sage true self's youthful adulthood. Third Earth Spiral. 6th Formula. Cosmic Eternal Non-Dual Incarnation Cultivation. Immanence, Transcendence, Openness, Alchemy. Congress of Heaven and Earth. Starting facing setting. Connect to Tai Chi, Great Polarity Portal, as primordial Earth, immanence, Milky Way galaxy, and Sagittarius A star supermassive black hole at its center, Copulate Tai Chi with Dao as primordial heaven transcendence, what causes all cosmos eternities, immortal love vitality process, and how we come to exist, incarnate, realize, embody it. Creating cosmic eternal involution and spiritual evolution. Turning the wheel of spiritual law, Congress of Heaven and Earth births primordial humanity. Embrace Tai Chi, great polarity, Dao, Wu Qi, non-polarity, non-duality, ultimate emptiness, fullness, openness. Dissolve primordial water and fire into Wu Qi, non-dual cosmos eternity, primordial humanity. Dissolve primordial metal, wood, and earth into Wu Qi, non-dual cosmos eternity, primordial humanity. Dissolve primordial water and fire into Wu Qi, non-dual cosmos eternity, primordial humanity.
Pivoting.
Dissolve primordial metal, wood, and earth into Wu Qi, non-dual cosmos eternity, primordial humanity. Embrace primordial humanity, womb belly of this entire cosmos eternity. Wu Qi, non-polarity, non-duality, ultimate emptiness, fullness, openness, as completion of Congress of Heaven and Earth in your upper Dantian crystal palace, third eye cauldron in head, centered at pineal pituitary glands, and entire core channel torso torus, earth manifesting all apparent reality down to deepest immanence, overflowing to belt channel aura up to highest transcendence, empowering inner sage true selves, tribal baby elderhood, down cosmic eternal ladder, all the way through personal energy body, and uniting with galactic supercluster filament movements and universe expansion over eons to incarnate entire cosmic eternal nature. Third heaven spiral, seventh formula, Omni-Cosmic-Eternal realization embodiment, immortality, mortality, love, vitality process, alchemy, reunion of Tao and humanity, starting facing polar. Greet the Tao which births, holds, and nourishes the beings of all directions, dimensions, cosmos, eternities, and beyond. Right arm side equals Wu Qi, the one, non-dual, non-polar, ultimate emptiness, fullness, openness, womb belly of entirety of this space-time cosmos, eternity, immortality. Left arm side equals the multiverse's Tai Chi, the two, the great polarity which generates new cosmos, eternities, mortality. Core channel torus equals Tao, omni-cosmic eternal realization embodiment, immortality, mortality, love, vitality, process, alchemy. Calculate Wu Qi and the multiverse's Tai Chi with help from the beings of all directions, dimensions, cosmos, eternities, and beyond to realize embodied Tao, immortality, mortality, love, vitality, process, alchemy, and how we come to exist, incarnate, realize, embody it, merging with the primordial process of all possible and impossible cosmos eternities, holding and nourishing existence and non-existence.
Pivot.
Greet the Tao which births, holds, and nourishes the beings of all directions, dimensions, cosmos, eternities, and beyond. Right arm side equals your spiritual immortality, multidimensionality, deathless, omni-cosmic, eternal, non-dual realization embodiment. Left arm side equals your mortality, your impending physical death that could happen at any instant, the preciousness of your every moment, and the blissful completion of your destiny in this embodied dimension here and now. Core channel torus equals Wu Wei, effortless, spontaneous flow presence, inner smiling with unconditional love and acceptance agreements of and as Tao, immortality, mortality, love, vitality process. Copulate immortality, mortality, love, vitality process with help from the beings of all directions, dimensions, cosmos, eternities, and beyond to realize and embody Tao, immortality, mortality, love, vitality process, alchemy, and how we come to exist, incarnate, realize, embody it, merging with the primordial process of all possible and impossible cosmos eternities, holding and nourishing existence and non-existence with Wu Wei, effortless, spontaneous flow presence, inner smiling, and primordial Yuan, Shen, unconditional love and acceptance ingredients. Greet the Tao, which births, holds, and nourishes the beings of all directions, dimensions, cosmos, eternities,
Nice and
beyond.
slow.
Right arm side equals Wújígōng, the one, non-dual, non-polar, ultimate emptiness, fullness, openness, womb belly of entirety of this space-time, cosmos, eternity, immortality. Left arm side equals the multiverses Tai Chi, the two, the great polarity which generates new cosmos, eternities, mortality. Core channel Taurus equals Dao, Omni-Cosmic-Eternal realization, embodiment, immortality, mortality, love, vitality, process, alchemy. Populate Wújígōng and the multiverses Tai Chi with help from the beings of all directions, dimensions, cosmos, eternities, and beyond. The realized embodied Tao, immortality, mortality, love, vitality, process, alchemy, and how we come to exist, incarnate, realize, embody it. Merging with the primordial process of all possible and impossible cosmos, eternities. Birthing, holding, and nourishing existence and non-existence. Greet the Tao, which births, holds, and nourishes the beings of all directions, dimensions, cosmos, eternities, and beyond. Right arm side equals your spiritual immortality, multidimensionality, deathless, omni-cosmic-eternal, non-dual realization embodiment. Left arm side equals your mortality, your impending physical death that could arrive at any instant, the preciousness of your every moment, and the blissful completion of your destiny in this embodied dimension here and now. Core channel Taurus equals Wu Wei, effortless, spontaneous flow presence, inner smiling with unconditional love and acceptance ingredients of and as Tao, immortality, mortality, love, vitality process. Copulate immortality, mortality, love, vitality process with help from the beings of all directions, dimensions, cosmos, eternities, and beyond to realize embodied Tao, immortality, mortality, love, vitality, process, alchemy, and how we come to exist, incarnate, realize, embody it, merging with the primordial process of all possible and impossible cosmos, eternities, holding and nourishing existence and non-existence with Wu Wei, effortless, spontaneous flow presence, inner smiling, and primordial Yuan Shen, unconditional love and acceptance ingredients. Simultaneously complete 9 steps of alchemy. Cultivate postnatal, prenatal, primordial, Jing, Qi, Shen, will, conception, incarnation, experience, realization, embodiment, and all 7 alchemy formulas for immortality. Reunion of Tao and humanity, Congress of heaven and earth, galactic will of the oversouls, central sun, heart realization embodiment, incarnation as nature soul, psychosexual soul alchemy, heart, mind, spirit, body of love, vitality process, plus all cycles of infinite cosmos, eternity, births and deaths, to complete and embody your primordial, non-dual, true self, realm, and nature, inner stages, ascension, immortality, and Tao, love, vitality, process, realization, embodiment. 4th Earth Spiral.
Flash the feeling.
Wu Wei, inner smile, effortless, spontaneous flow presence, integration of all the formulas.
Keep flashing.
Realization, embodiment of Tao in immanence, starting facing polar. Performed in silence.
You know the form now. Earth
Inner
cycle.
smiling with Yuan Shen,
No toning.
unconditional love and acceptance ingredients.
At your own pace.
Wu Wei, effortless, spontaneous flow presence.
Flashing.
Supercharging your particular, specific, here and now, always already dreamed complete soul intention for destiny manifestation and spiritual realization embodiment of immortal love vitality process by polarizing your aligned desire, feeling, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting to the life force. How much you want and genuinely spirit needed.
Flashing.
Always already dreamed complete. Here and now.
Flashing last and letting it go.
Fourth heaven spiral. Wu Wei, inner smile, effortless, spontaneous flow presence, integration of all the formulas. Realization, embodiment of Dao in transcendence, starting, facing, rising.
I didn't even turn the right way. Face rising, okay.
Inner smiling with Wu Chen, unconditional love and acceptance agrees. And Wu Wei,
heaven cycle at your own pace.
Spontaneous flow presence, releasing your particular specific here and now, always already dreamed, complete soul intention for destiny manifestation and spiritual realization embodiment to the light force. Letting go of the polarity of your aligned desire feeling and feeling, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, trusting it indeed always already dreamed complete here and now. Gratefully thanking the aligned beings, kin, guides, and teachers of all directions and dimensions for their presence, assistance, and blessing. Taking and translating what is precious and helpful to you here, and leaving the rest. Knowing, willing, daring, keeping silence. The last direction. We started one last time. Letting go, trusting intention is always already complete here and now. God's got it. You are God. Stir in the cauldron one last time at your own pace. Right. This concludes sacred ceremony of Omni-Cosmic-Eternal Involution and spiritual evolution through 2 successive Qìgōng, Primordial Qìgōng sets. Mìng命-Xìng Nèidān Wújígōng, and our sacred Qìgōng ceremony, Dào Alchemy activation. I invite you to stay in a meditative state, even if you're now leaving or if you're now transitioning to the circle where we will have a meditative chance to share. Or stay where you are. Thank you. Yourselves comfortable. I'm really grateful that we did this together. And I want to open the floor now to silence plus anything that you'd like to share of your experience. Plus, after that, as we go, any questions you might have.
Be my first time through all that sort of practice. Information. So it's a lot. I always find value. Movement and practice. It was good to be as permission to break. Courtney movements. Being okay with that.
Thank you for the experience. Wilbur and Diana. It's been lovely. Wilbur and Diana hosting. Okay. Thank you. Beautiful. It's nice to feel the chi because like I tend to be up there, so it's nice to feel and understand it.
As a group.
That is wonderful. So, and thank you, Jordan, for the music.
I just want to say that I signaled to Jordan towards the start of that I couldn't hear the word, and so hence he stopped. But I really enjoyed him up until we started the actual words. That was really powerful.
I turned him down a little bit. I see. I turned him down while we were meditating on it. I could have turned him up here.
Oh, okay. I was like, if I was over there and I couldn't hear, and I figured if people are over here, right next to the music, maybe they could hear. So
I just saw you pointing at your ears and frowning, so I was just like, that is my key to go.
George. I loved it. I was like, oh well.
I'm sorry if that affected anything, but I really wanted to hear the words. I'm glad.
On that note, don't be surprised if you hear drums soon.
Anyone have a Subaru?
Subaru?
Is it red?
A red Subaru?
What color is it?
Red.
Okay, we have the owner. They're coming.
But I loved having Jordan, like when we were doing the warm up stuff playing. That was really, really lovely. I am sitting in a beautiful space of mind. I feel so calm, and I'm physically vibrating right now. Like it's like an inner vibration. There's a sense of peace about everything. Like the normal me would want to go out and try and fix that and be like, oh, sorry. And right now I'm just like, oh, I'll get resolved.
Thank you.
So I'm sitting in a hum. It's really interesting because, okay, someone's there. Okay. I have a cat, so, like as we were moving through, I had all of these human thoughts that came in, like, oh, this floor is hard in my knees, and oh, this is long, and oh, this, and my arm is feeling tired. And then I was like, I'm just gonna keep going with it. And as soon as I would surrender to that, I'm gonna continue to just go with it, and just acknowledge it, let it go, acknowledge it, let it go. Eventually, I was in this flow where it was like I didn't even know what was happening. I was just in the flow and the toning, and just I don't even know if I was toning correctly, but I didn't care because it felt good to do it. And like, so I just felt like I entered into a new space, probably about halfway through, which took some time to push through to get to. But had I not stuck with it, I wouldn't have gotten there. Although I think there's tremendous value from even just listening to the words. So I feel like when I'm receiving something of really high vibration in terms of words or experiences, like I get like a whooshing feeling right here. And those words are so high vibrational. I wasn't listening with like my conscious mind, but I was listening with my heart and my being. And they were such a high vibrational activation energy that I felt like they just were going in, and I was getting the wishing. So just going with that and trusting that, and I'm a really peaceful. It feels really easy to breathe. And actually, when it stopped, when the recording stopped, that's when I really felt it even more. I was like the silence of it, following the words, was really. It was like, the moment after really great sex where you're just like, oh, that was good.
Too bad it's been a few years, huh?
It was that was fun.
Interesting to hear people's different experiences.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, you maybe. I always think around 20 class because instead of being our own direction in your mind or flow, right? Kind of. I know you got to click things off your time.
Yeah.
Time sensitive. Here we're just there's some surrender.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. That's good.
Yeah.
Even like freedom, like even though I don't get it all.
Yeah.
It's all new, and that's why I kind of come at resistance. Like, come. This is interesting.
Yeah.
When I think about the movie,
I don't think anybody gets it all, bro.
Pretty broad statement.
Pretend.
But I think coming to a workshop, playshop. I think about Neo, the first Matrix. He's going to get out of the car. He goes, Neo, where did everyone go? See in the car. So I came for the ride.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting here. You had a different ride.
Yeah. I felt the transmission. I actually felt the lineage of it. And that was what was really powerful for me. You mentioned it in the recording, but I didn't really even need to know the names because I actually felt it as a downloadable transmission. So, and I couldn't do it again. I mean, like, I couldn't do the whole thing again. I could do the movements, right? But I mean, having guide
through it was really important because I could let go and not worry about what was happening and just be like, oh, herbal will pop in eventually and I'll get back into it.
Some of the words were really resonating because there was also astrology. It kind of was tying a lot of different concepts together. I love that. And even something that Deborah Stone said about the triple warmer.
Oh, the triple warmer.
It was like, oh my gosh, that's the triple warmer. There you go.
It's in there, yeah.
There was so much clearing happening for me. I was really clearing a lot on many levels. So, and activating a lot too.
And also felt very connected when I first knew. Like I felt like we're doing this movement like partially for me and my own benefit, but then there was a sense it was like I'm doing this for the whole world and everybody in the room as well.
Yeah.
It was like a sense of like I'm holding the whole world.
I felt you. I felt you through that whole thing. I was like that your core, what you held, I felt you sending it out. Like I was yeah. Because you're aware of the energies around you, and I was really like, oh, solid. That was cool. Yeah, and I was aware of you actually, and I was aware of you when you came, like especially when you left and you came back, and you, oh my gosh, you were so solid too, and you too. I was just like, there's like I was just like, wow, you guys are so solid, and it felt really honoring to be doing it with each of you, even though like I had never really like met you guys, and just like, oh, like actually what I really want to do is again out on the lawn with my feet and grass. Like that would feel really
I was considering, at least warm up out there, but it just felt so damp.
Yeah.
On a sunny day.
So I just had this interaction going out, and it was like there was all this friction, and then I came back in. And before coming back in, I used the toning to bring me back to the feeling. So I really appreciate adding that in because it brings me. I can just do the toning, and then it's like back to place.
That is great.
Yeah, I love the toning, so I'm glad you asked for it.
Yeah. Well, that's new.
Yeah.
The last time I did it.
Just to clarify, the friction didn't come from the outside. Just
No, it didn't.
because everyone was wondering.
No, it's super rude.
The toning is quite new. Like some of it just came last night. I was meditating all night except for like a couple hours of sleep here. I stayed over here. This place is it's really
great. Well, now it's even more so.
It was interesting to observe what you're getting out of it. That was also very lovely.
Thanks. I mean, I get to go into, especially adding the toning, I don't have to run around quite as much. I still am trying to be conscious of people and helping them with it, but I can sometimes just hang back and not run around and just have my own experience. And my eyes are closed like the vast majority of the time. But I guess I just felt like I was just letting people drop off when they drop off and letting people stay. And then anyway. So thanks for allowing me to have my process. And teaching, we learn by teaching. And when I'm explaining something or leading something, it's just teaching the one mind, right? This is something that teacher named Hope Johnson talks about, and Natalie has heard Hope as well. That's how we met, I suppose. So, yeah. The one heart, mind, body, spirit.
Well, I just want to reiterate. I'm sorry.
No.
I just want to reiterate that if you want to see Orba share more of this with the world, donations are welcome and are in the Sweatpink basket there. He also has a thing for Venmo. It'd be nice to support him in doing more of this work.
For airline miles for my journeys coming up.
Do more of this work.
And Zelle as well.
Oh, true.
Okay.
I would.
You'll get to set up. Remember, I set up.
Yeah, whatever. If someone really wants that, sure. It's really fulfilling too. I really appreciate. I wouldn't be able to have quite this kind of experience I can do this on my own, and it's great. It's awesome, but this is more powerful to share it actually than I even usually tap into on my own.
I forgot. I think maybe I asked you this question, but like all the words, like that's something that you downloaded, transmitted, or just wrote, or felt through.
Yeah, all of the above.
Yeah.
Oh, is that you speaking?
Yeah, that was me speaking.
Oh, I didn't realize.
You didn't realize it was me speaking. It had that extra authority, like somebody else. This is our lineage. This is our lineage. Our great immortal Taoist master sage is speaking to us.
That's awesome.
Yes, he will.
I mean, yeah.
It's wonderful. Yeah. I mean,
And the words became background for me. Sometimes I thought, listen to it, and I didn't know if we were actually following. But the thing I just want to say is like, for whatever reason, I was thinking, like when I watch anything, and I recognize there's effort in producing something like what Jordan does. There's effort in getting there. Practice. And I was like, it's really good recording. It sounds good. It sounds. There's all these things like we checked off, like, and I'm like, you put a little bit of effort into this,
Yeah.
The words, the timing, the sound mix, just all this stuff. Like, that's actually really good. So compliments to your engineering or your people.
I mean, just the recording was on my phone, and then I edited it in the video editing software. But to create the words took months of sustained effort.
But the end result was nice, even though it wasn't.
And is a fruition of decades of practice, and which is the fruition of the many lineages of, as I said, living and ascended master teachers.
I mean, I think you could even like market that alone, because even I think it would be nice to listen to it even going to bed.
I do that. I did that. That's what I was doing. I listened to it at least 4 times overnight.
Wow, yeah.
And I let myself sleep. Okay, but if you really want to have an experience and you are open to psychedelic allies, then take some psychedelics. Take a little bit larger dose and listen to it, because you can really get a direct transmission from the mortals.
And I think, I agree with what Diana said. We should offer that, because you can
it's on YouTube. I want to give these things away, but then people can contribute to me however they want. But yeah, it's on YouTube. Well, right now,
maybe post that on the website so we access it too.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to pay you. Even just time and energy that you spent downloading that, transmitting that. I want to support.
Great, thank you so much.
Facebook page or website?
Yeah.
I have a website that is about to go up again. It's been down for a while, and so I'll put it on there. And then it's on the YouTube video. There's some comments that have links to that stuff that you can know. Well, actually, right now that particular recording isn't on there, but I'll put it on there. But the one with the music, I have 2 videos of this on YouTube. One came out in August, and one I just put out a day ago. And which is this recording. So I had it only with music for a while, which is cool. It's like a Zen mashup of ambient music, like multiple tracks layered on top of each other, and it just really worked. But I think that would have been too much stimulation. I mean, anyway, it could be done. It could be tried that way too. But we're just having simpler music, and then for us to do the toning. So, but this recording we just heard will be available today. And
share the link of
I'll post it. I'll post it in our event page, and I'll post it on the YouTube video. And the YouTube video is already posted on the event page too. So
I didn't see that.
Yeah. So all this stuff is available to you, so you can practice however you want. But I mean this. Okay, so basically, to get this, last spring I was in the middle of the dark night of the soul, and I had some very, very powerful, life-changing psychedelic journeys as well. And so in the middle of all of that, and then I told my best friend on the phone, I really need to be focusing on what I would be doing if I knew that I only had 6 months to live. And then I did. And this is what came out of it, is this. This is a basic level achievement of my both worldly and spiritual destinies. And then from here, it's gravy, and I'll be sharing this. I want with the world, and I want people to do this, have this forever, okay? But just to do that was just so precious to me that this happened, and so to share it with you now. This is only the second time I've ever publicly shared this with other people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, what's first time was it Singing Live?
Singing Live, and now. I mean, other than it's on a YouTube video, or two YouTube videos now. Okay. So, but I mean, not this whole experience that we shared together. Right. Somebody got it. But you could practice with the YouTube video now. You very well could easily practice this on your own with the YouTube video. You learned it. So.
Your channel by any chance, Raw Edges of Life?
Say that again.
Is your channel?
Yeah, my YouTube channel is. You can look up Raw Edges of Life, and my website raweddgesoflife.com, which will be up. So. But this is meant to be its own standalone activation and an introduction to a whole path. And you can take or leave whatever you want.
What's so interesting about it is it's long, but it really forces you to push through the edges. For me, I was just I came up against edge after edge after edge, mentally, physically, emotionally. And then it was when you push past it, then you're oh. More goodness comes, and you push past the next one. So you're this practice really encouraged me to do that.
I'm really asking a lot from you all with this, and I didn't really. I kind of said that, hey, this is a lot, you guys, but I really am, and it's extremely ambitious and experimental to do this. And my teacher, Michael Wynn, who I mentioned, he thinks this is sort of too much, and maybe it is, but people are getting something out of it, and and I've gotten the most positive feedback I could have imagined from doing this. So I mean, you guys are giving me feedback right now, but from our other experience, for instance. So I just it was successful beyond my wildest dreams. So I had to just think, okay, I'm gonna trust people already always knew this, right? All of it. And then they're just accessing it and opening it, and it's not everybody's cup of tea, but that's okay. The people that really resonate with this, then boom, here we are. Yeah, exactly.
Put it out there, and it sticks to some people. Other people try other methods or practices, modalities.
What's Singing Alive? What was that about?
Oh, you would probably love it. It's
we all agree.
It's a festival kind of thing. It's not really a festival.
They call it, they actually said it's not a festival.
It's not.
It's a gathering.
It's a gathering.
Great.
Okay. They right in circle.
True.
And it wasn't. It was spoken so highly of. I went. Other people. The least festival primitive, lovely space.
You were saying it was
and music.
It was the best gathering I've ever been to.
Just west of Salem, Oregon. I'm just east of Salem, Oregon. Sorry, the foothills.
Well, the word is out because it used to be 150 people. This past year was 300.
I just heard about it this year.
Really? Yeah. I do hope they kind of cap it eventually, because I feel like it could get too big. The first day was perfect because there was only 150 people, and then the second day was 200, and the third day was
the thing I love about investing, aside from the physical location and the weather was set stage. You made food there. You didn't have to bring any.
Yeah.
You just showed up, man. It's well, let's take this away from over here.
No, that was a major. I love Singing Live. This got born at Singing Live.
Yeah.
So it got sang a lot.
It got born.
Yeah.
Did you go to his workshop? You're you're Benny from the beginning, man.
No, Diana, I wanted to do this. I'm so glad, because I really, really want to thank Diana, because I went to Singing Alive with a vision of sharing this there, and it was still coming together, even the words. I was still revising it at Singing Alive, and then I recorded it a couple hours before. But what I want to get to is because I told them we all rode together to Singing Alive, Diana and Jordan and Courtney and I was telling them about this even then and what I do, and Diana was just really wanted to know, and then at one point I was like, hey, Diana, I have this recording, which is like what you guys listened to that when we were sitting. Okay, this is recording about what this is, this ceremony, and would you just listen to this and tell me if you resonate with this? Like, is this cool? Or is this like completely presumptuously over the top, like, and laughable? Okay, ridiculous, right? And so she sat down, and as soon as she started listening, I saw you just go, like, and I was like, oh my gosh, oh, it's like touched me so much. Like, you listened to it, and then what happened?
But, I mean, it was the introductory part.
Yeah,
that's right.
Because you were going to go to my workshop.
Well, it was the same thing. It was this, and it was just a sense of peace. And but there's something really valuable, really high vibration.
Yeah, so your support in that was a really key moment, because it was very vulnerable to share that, you know, and you were just the most enthusiastic about it that I could have asked for. Yeah, just hearing that little recording, and then that encouraged me to.
Yeah. Wow, thank you so much. It's so hard.
I would actually like to offer more while I'm in Seattle.
Yeah.
Like at Home Culture.
Please.
Okay. Yeah.
At
Home Culture, maybe on Whidbey Island. I mean, if you guys want me to do this in a group that you help organize or something, I would love to.
I love that it was outdoors. Yeah. There was a different energy to it, which is, you know, it's all good, but just having your feet on the ground. I actually had, oh my gosh, I had a spiritual experience during that. I completely forgot.
Right.
I don't know if you guys want to hear it, but like at one point it was so intense, because I think it was my first time, you know, it was so intense.
That was your first time doing Qigōng, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to lay down flat, so I kind of took myself out of the circle, laid down flat, but I was still actually getting everything. I wasn't even doing the movements, but I felt like I was internally doing the movements. And at one point I looked over at this woman feeding her friend a chocolate, and simultaneously I was the chocolate, the hand of the person feeding it, the mouth of the person receiving it, the belly, the body, like I was everything all at once. And and it was the sense of non-duality and oneness all together, and it was a very profound spiritual experience for me, and I haven't had that since. But there's a knowingness now of what that feels like to be at that level of seeing and feeling oneness and everything. So, and it was during your activation that I had that experience. So.
And as I described it, and I'll say it again, that is a level of enlightenment.
Yeah,
you reach.
It really is.
Yeah, it sounds like samadhi.
What's that?
It sounds like samadhi.
Samadhi. What's that?
It's just all the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we are everything. You know, we're also going to be the feces that chocolate forms.
Yes.
You know, like we're everything. Like, yeah. It's all energy.
So it's possible to reach enlightenment in this moment. You already always have. Let alone what we call immortality or ascension. You already always have. It's who you are.
Power off.
I'm so right? That was the perfect ending. All right. Way to close it up. I have to run. I have to pick up my kids from.
All right. Thank you, if anyone and everyone who is watching.
Yeah. Are you going to be around to
I love you. Bye. Say hi if you want.
I think the girls here.